Director David Shields. Thank you for all your continued support, and go Gators.
Clayton Homes of Waycross is the largest manufactured home builder in the U.S. The new Clayton Waycross plant has a new management team and new exciting floor plans for 2015. Clayton Homes is a proud supporter of the Ware County Gators.
Crawford Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1957, is a proud supporter and radio sponsor of the mighty Ware County Gators. Crawford Jewelers was built on quality, integrity, and service. Diamond professionals and GIA graduates are waiting to serve you. Like the Gators, Crawford Jewelers are #1 by Reader's Choice 2013. 24-hour shopping at crawfordjewelers.net. And go Gators!
When it's speed, quality, and reliability that you want and need, but price is also an issue, look no further than Dixie Chopper. Dixie Chopper offers a variety of zero-turn lawnmowers that fit every yard and every budget. See them today at your local Dixie Chopper dealer, Southeast Mower and Saw Shop, 2294 Brunswick Highway, Waycross, behind the mall. Or visit us at DixieChopper.com. Remember, Dixie Chopper is the world's fastest lawnmower, and there's one that's just perfect for your lawn.
WKUB Blackshear Waycross. Wendy Maddox of Cobblestone Realty knows the local markets and will listen to your particular needs. Call Wendy at 912-281-7781.
Everyone knows it's Wendy.
Back at Memorial Stadium, we apologize for the technical issues, but let's listen to the Golden Gator Marching Band and our national anthem. Golden Gator Marching Band getting a nice round of applause from not only the partisan home crowd, but the very packed visitor side crowd as well. Again, Brian Blunt being joined by Clay Thomas up here in the press box. Scott Tanner on the field. We had some technical issues. Hopefully that's not an omen of things to come for our Ware County Gators tonight. Clay Thomas, as we are expecting a barn burner of a game tonight.
And I think that's exactly what we'll get. I'm afraid some folks in Ware County might be a bit overzealous based upon our performance against Manatee. That was a phenomenal performance. I don't think you're going to see any drop in ability when you see Coffee County. I think Coffee County is just as good as Manatee. They bring in a lot of size. We bring in a lot of speed. I normally like speed versus size in high school matchups, but Coffee has a lot of talent at quarterback too. Both teams have Division I prospects all over the field, and so we will see at the end of the night, maybe it's a hometown crowd and a lot of noise that can be kind of the 12th man on the field to make a difference in this game.
One thing about it, they have brought their 12th man big time from the county next door.
Yeah, that's a good, I heard David Shields, I was talking to him, and I think he said totals 8,606 seats if everything's full. And I don't think we'll be at capacity, but I think we'll be 85%, 9%, something like that. So you'll see probably 6,500, I might be doing Omar math now, but I think you'll see 7,000 people come into the stadium this evening. Once everybody sits in and settles in, it should be close to 90% capacity.
The Coffee County faithful asked for a white out, so they're wearing, that's why the predominant white shirts and pants and everything across the way. We have a green out going. We've asked our fans to wear predominant green. So, of course, to the Gators' advantage, white is one of our three colors as well. A little trivia for you, the original colors for Ware County were white and gold. Green was added at a later date. I really don't know exactly when it was. But the original Ware County colors were gold and white. So we're boogieing with the Golden Gator Marching Band pregame festivities, and let's bring in our Scott Tanner already patrolling the sideline. Scott?
Hey, guys, I'm down here watching these Coffee County guys warm up over here. They just went to the locker room. Like y'all hit on big size, and this electricity out here, it kind of reminds me of the old Waycross Ware County rivalries, you know. Coffee kind of took over when our schools combined. The only difference is we don't have to go live with Coffee County next week, you know, and we're going to see if this weather holds out. We got a little sprinkle right before pregame. Last week in Leesburg, they had got about 4 minutes into the second quarter and the lightning all come. But the officials told me that they're going to play this game out. It don't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And you remember, Brian, 2 years ago, that lightning storm we had come into Memorial Stadium. But I don't think that's going to slow down the Gator faithful and all you boys riding the back road tonight. Y'all better buckle up because this is going to be a heck of a game tonight.
Yes, it is. And you're looking at probably what is considered, well, we know it's considered 2 of the top 10 programs in the state. Coffee ranked as high as number 5 in one poll, number 6 in another. Ware a solid number 2 in state class 5A in the polls that are issued. But like Coach Stevens and I talked about on the pregame, Clay, that it's really, I don't like him because it's a distraction. He claims he did not know we were ranked number 2. I don't know how he's keeping the kids in check. That's the important thing of them. You know, they get to surf the internet. They read newspapers. They can find all this stuff out as well. But keeping them even keel, that's the important part.
And I think it's just true to say that these are definitely, let's just say they're both top 10 caliber type teams, and we'll just leave it at that. I find it very important for high school football teams to have natural rivalries. And to some degree, Ware County has not had that over the last 4 to 5 years playing in the region that we're in. I don't want a rival that's, even if it's the next county over, if they're not in my region.
Right.
And this being a region game now, I think we really have a kind of solidified a real rivalry in playing Coffee County. And so I think this is one that will mean a lot between the communities, and a little smack talk will take place, and it probably should. That's all the spirit of good football. But Brian, here's the question is, can Coffee County score? Our offense, I still believe to be an offense that's in the making, that's in the works. It has a lot of hiccups that we need to work out. But our defense is playing at kind of almost a postseason form if you look at how they played against Manatee. If Coffee County can move the ball and score on us, I don't know that it's not going to take but only 14 points or so to win this ball game. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think this is going to be a shootout. And if they can move the ball on us at all, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not certain they can do that. Our defense has really impressed me.
All right. I hope you're making your way out. If not, your seat may be taken by now. I see some folks still coming into the parking area, so yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully you have a reserve seat, though, because it is filling up that much here at Waycross's Memorial Stadium. Class 5A, Region 3 action right around the corner. I know you've listened to about 12 or 13 minutes worth of commercials, so because of that, we're going to go straight to Omar Oliver and his pregame comments. Omar?
Good evening, Brian. Good evening, Clay. How y'all doing today?
A little stressed to begin the game, but how are you?
It's game time. I'm always excited about game time. We just, like Clay said, this is a natural rival because now the stakes are higher. We're playing in the same region. We're 30 miles apart. Pretty much a lot of people in Waycross work in Douglas. People in Douglas work in Waycross, so you're going to have that intermingling back and forth. And I think that's great for the fan base, both communities, and both teams. Both teams had a week off, so everybody should be fresh. Injuries we had the last game, Gas should be back now, and I saw Irvin Nard doing some sprints over there. He had the worst injury out of them all, so it's glad to have everybody back.
That's good. You know, Chapman, I think, is very important to both sides of the ball.
Everybody, you want all healthy bodies for a game of this magnitude, and I tell you, this is like a playoff game now. Our section's filling up now. There's a packed house. It's a beautiful night for a game, so I want to see how both of these teams react to that kind of environment.
All right, thank you, Omar.
Yes, sir.
Coffee at Ware. The Gators getting ready to run through the banner here. Let's take a 60-second timeout with station and game introduction, and you're listening to Gator Football.
Time to transform your inner beauty.
Yes.
Make that interior beauty
even better.
It's the new paint studio at Ace.
Believe it.
Luxurious color from Valspar Optimus and Valspar Aspire.
It's a color troublers.
Exclusively at Ace.
Be sure and stop by and meet Ham Parr, your new paint manager in Nahana, and see Ian McFadden in the paint studio in Blackshear.
Ace is a place with helpful hardware, folks. Helpful is beautiful.
At participating stores.
Gator fans, are you looking for a new set of wheels and want a great rate to go with it? Well, look no further. United First Federal Credit Union has rates starting at 1.99 for up to 72 months on new or used vehicles. Terms and conditions apply. Come by our new Waycross office on Memorial Drive and talk to Cindy Hickox, Tommy Cannon, or myself, Jack Yarbrough. United First, equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA. United First, helping people afford life. And as always, go Gators!
WKUB Blackshear Waycross. Whether you're looking for your dream home or looking to sell your current home, call Wendy Maddox at Cobblestone Realty, 912-281-7781.
Everyone knows it's Wendy.
Time now for Ware County Gator football. It's all being brought to you by Bone and Joint Institute, Crawford Jewelers, Southeast Mower and Saw Shop, United First Federal Credit Union, Eagle Pond, Robbie Robertson Ford, Browning's Medical Arts Pharmacy, Waycross Heating and Cooling, Community United Federal Credit Union, Lee Hardware and Building Supply, Vive Broadband, Ag South, Wilbur James Tire Pros, First Southern Bank, Farmers and Builders Supply, The Body Shop, Carolina Skip, Mayo Clinic Health Systems, Walker Jones, Prime South and Flash Foods, and by Wendy Maddox. And now, here he is, the voice of the Gators, Brian Blunt.
Once again, as we await our green and gold and white to run through the banner, Golden Gator Marching Band at attention on the field, pregame festivities here at Memorial Stadium. We'd like to thank the following businesses for their generous donations to the hospitality room of the press box. Those being Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Domino's, KFC, Kroger, Subway, and Zaxby's. A big thank you to Dick's Wings as well, a supporter of Gator football each and every year, and we certainly appreciate that. Also coming up tomorrow, something special happening at the Heritage Center. Steve Bean and I have been talking back and forth about it. It's a Heritage Gathering celebration from 10 till 6:30 tomorrow at the Heritage Center on North Augusta Avenue in Waycross. Absolutely free admission. You will get to see all kinds of Native American culture. Jim Sawgrass will bring an encampment with music and dancing and demonstrations of Native weapons and games and toys and farming. And then you have Wayne and Melinda Akins, who will demonstrate Native crafts of flint knapping and beating, and Justin Futch will demonstrate spear making. All of it free at the Heritage Center tomorrow from 10 a.m. till 6:30. located on North Augusta Avenue in Waycross. Jot down this number for more information tomorrow, 285-4260. So the anticipation has been building, my gosh, Clay, for what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, and this is, hey, listen, the week off was helpful for us. We had some guys that were banged up. We needed Urban Nard to be able to come back. He's back. I think Raekwon Chapman's going to be able to play. So we got Mills at about 90%. He's got a bummed up foot and ankle, but I'll take a 90% of Dedrick Mills any day of the week. So this week off just makes us that much more anxious to get on the playing field to take care of business. Our captains are working their way out on the field, and looks like it's Raekwon Chapman, Roisin Collins, and then as well Josh Johnson. And then I think that last number, Brian, there is that 85?
It is.
And I got Keyshawn Stevenson.
That's what I have
as the name there as our captains.
Okay, and I think Scott will be making his way out. I heard they were going to mic the ref as well, Scott, just for your information. So
I'll tell you what, these refs have had this is that crew out of Valdosta that's, you know, they stuck with the weather this last year, good crew out of Valdosta. I like this crew here, and they're going to keep things clean, I guarantee you. Like Clay said, all the smack talking and stuff and the bad blood, they're going to try and keep everything in check tonight. And good referee staff. And look at the stands, Brian. They're already filled up on our side. Coffee's been filled up for a long time. Got Robbie Robertson coming out here with the coin toss with us.
I've got a number 22. What's the other 20 number?
28.
28, okay.
Yeah.
Hard to read that, but the captains for Coffee are LaCarvia Sears, Jay Lott, Cole Minshew, and Jarvis Williams. And let's go down to Scott for the coin toss.
All right. Two honorary captains here with the corporate sponsors. If you want to just meet them real quick. Good luck, guys.
George Wheeler and Robbie Robertson are with us.
All right, the corporate sponsors shaking hands, and believe me, we're talking big money here as far as organization support. Clay,
guys,
that's something.
I'm Eddie Smith, the referee, Richard Hammond, the umpire. Good luck to both teams, guys. 77, you going to call the coin toss for me? I got a silver dollar with a head and tail. I'm going to toss it and catch it. If I drop it, I'm going to do it again, okay? Go ahead and tell me what you want to call.
Tails.
He's calling tails, guys, okay? It is heads. Green is one to toss.
We defer.
You want to defer. Let me give that signal, okay? Green is one to toss. They'll defer. You probably want the ball this half. Which goal do you want to defend, guys?
We want to kick that one.
All right, turn your backs down here then. Turn your backs here. No, face them.
Let's get it straight, guys.
Bunch of tanners down here.
White will receive on this end. Let's shake hands, guys. Bring the teams out.
So the Gators, I think, Clay, does that make us 3 for 3 on coin tosses?
3 for 3. We like the deferral. We want the ball at the first of the half. So.
Wow.
And then the two the mayors of each town were at center field as well to fight over the ceremonial ball as well.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Here come the Gators with fireworks. Look at this. Pyrotechnics. And Coffee High comes on the field as well. Hearing will be an issue for not only us, but for you listening on the radio, for you watching the streaming live at nfhsnetwork.com. The Ware County Stream Team doing the honors, running our audio with their video. You have to be a paid subscriber to get it live. You have to simply be an online subscriber to get it delayed, and I think it's like a 72-hour delay before they offer it free of charge. But for the folks joining us live on nfhsnetwork.com, we welcome you, courtesy of the Ware County Stream Team. Now, we're streaming the audio worldwide, the radio audio as well, at waycrossradio.com. Just remember that, waycrossradio.com. Click on the WKUB icon, and you'll have it right there. One last time before kickoff, down to Scott.
All right, Brian, we're going to be kicking with the wind to our back. You see it's kind of blowing these clouds out of here right now. May come down to a kicking game, you know. A good offense gets neutralized by a good defense. So I tell you what, the red zone, if we may be playing most of this ball game in the middle of the ball field, Brian, and you got 30 years of covering these things. Tell me your view on it.
Well, how's the field looking?
It's looking good. You know, we had that little rain shower just a little bit before the game, but it's dry, it's soaked up. It's got a nice crown on the field. We could probably take an inch and a half of rain out here, and it wouldn't bother us tonight.
Well, my only view personally, Scott, is that I don't think it's going to be 42-0 either way.
No.
But, hey, you never know. That's why we play the game, and I'll talk more about that in just a minute. As far as Coach Stevens' experience back in 08, he actually had a 38-0 blowout by Marist on his way to winning the state title by defeating Marist a second time, 15-3. But he lost to him initially, 38-0. So I guess Gator fans, what I'm saying is if anything weird should happen, don't get discouraged. These two teams are almost guaranteed that they're going to be moving on in the playoffs.
Brian, this electricity right now on this kickoff is something else. It reminds me of the old Bo Miles, McKinley Williams days. You remember that?
Going back away.
That's the way.
Etheridge tees it up, boots it down that right sideline like he likes to do, coming up to a Coffee player, coming up the left side, 20, 25, twisting his way through. Great blocking in our secondary. We get him from behind, but not before he gets up around the 47-yard line. Oh, wow, that might have been Jawan Lee coming up to make the grab on Walker.
Yeah, the problem with that type of kickoff, you try to get some height under it, and you try to use the sideline as your 12th man. The problem is if you break one lane of traffic, your other 5 players on kickoff are really serve no point in the kickoff. And if you can ever break one lane of traffic, you can make some yardage.
Great field position for Coffee, starting at their own 46. Number 7 is their quarterback. And that is Paul, a senior now, in the pistol. Slow snap to him and flags fly, whistles blow. So first play of the game has a penalty attached to it.
That's one of those, Brian, where everybody moved other than the guy
snapping
the ball. And so the center might have had some first play jitters.
So illegal procedure against Coffee backs them up to their own 41. 1st and 15 in the backfield along with Paulk is Demetrius Davis, a sophomore. You know, when you're starting on this team as a sophomore, you got to be good. At the 41, 3-man front for the D. Snap to Paul. Quick out over here on the right side's got a block. Stutter stepping, and then we corral him for only a 3-yard gain on the reception. Fussell, who they'll be looking at a lot tonight. He's a senior wideout. Got up close to the 45, giving 4. But remember, they had a penalty earlier, so it's 2nd and 11.
That play has become so dominant in high school football. Teams practice defending it constantly over and over again, and our guys just manned up well to it.
From the right hash, Trojans going left to right this first period. Hawk talking to the backs. Puts one in motion. Now he has him set from a loaded pistol. Handoff, finding his way through, keeping his balance and going into Gator territory. Goes Davis down to our 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and manageable.
We had him at a point right at the line of scrimmage, maybe with just a 2-yard gain, and for whatever reason, our man was not able to wrap up with him. And 3rd and manageable, this definitely is, as they run a high-paced, no-huddle offense.
3rd and 5 from the 49. Snap. Flares it out on a rollout. Complete. We hit him.
No.
At the 42. No, incomplete.
No,
okay. Wow. Burley came over and actually Belcher and racked him. It was intended out there for Fussell. Incomplete. So Coffee goes 3 and out after they started the game with a procedure penalty. They're going to have to punt. Belcher comes in.
That's what you wanted, wasn't it, Brian? 3 and out.
Oh, absolutely.
If you got to, back it.
So that means that we're going to stand at about our own 15. They're going to put their punter back. 0-0, Coffee and Ware. And Paulk is their punter. You got to watch that. He boots it. Low knuckler. Takes a straight up bounce, and then they jump on it right down there around the 16-yard line. Davis downs it. Let's go down to Scott.
Well, you know, 3 and out's what we're going to have to do all night long to control this big Coffee offense. Listen to some of these weights, Brian. Bud Stone, 300 pounds. Murphy and Turk on the left side, 260. 345-pound right tackle. And those 4 big guys up front, if we can wear them down in the third quarter like we did Manatee, they're going to have to start doing substitutions.
Pretty big at the nose right there. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Big number 76 for them.
275 pounds, 6'2".
Wow. At the 16, we move early, so we start the same way that Coffee started. 5-yard penalty against Ware on a procedure. We just jumped a little early on the right side. Do remember Tommy Palmer comes your way on the scoreboard show at 10 o'clock or at the conclusion of this game, whichever is later. He'll have statewide scores for you. A lot of great games going on across the way. Pierce is over at Cook on the road in Class AAA. This is a Class 5A game between 2 top 10 teams in the state. Same region, Region 3. Holman has them at the 11, sets them down under center. Handoff to Chapman, who just veers over the right side, maybe close to the 14. So give him 3.
That was Maddox, Zeke number 76 from that nose you was talking about a while ago, that 275-pounder.
Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of his name tonight, I know.
Yeah, the large offensive line's not a concern for me. This large defensive line is a great concern for me.
At the 14, second down, 12. Man in motion, we fake a toss, we run the counter back the other way. Chapman just gets eaten up as he gets to about the 17. So give him maybe, I want to back him to the 16, give him 2 more.
Our speed can counteract their large offensive line. Our offensive line is well undermanned against this defensive line, and right now they're having to put up the fight of their lives just to keep their head above water. I'd say right across the front, their front threes ranging 250 to 280, right through the front 3 of their defensive line. Looks like a Norcross defensive line.
Third down, 9 at the 16.5. Snap out of the gun. Holman's looking to flare it out. The wide receiver screen, but they read it well. Yeomans gets to the 20, and he's down there. Gang tackle led in there by Williams, one of their captains, and we're going to have to punt. We go 3 and out. Scott, no, we didn't want to see that.
I know that, and that's what we're going to see. We're going to see that ball game played in the middle of the field. I don't know if these teams are going to hit the red zone much tonight. And what about the old penetration rule, Brian?
No, it's gone.
It's gone, so we're just going to play, baby.
Skylar Dixon's our punter on this. We made it to the 19, not quite up to the 20, so it's 4th down, 7. Dixon will be punting. He was punting a lot earlier, and boy, he booms one. Over everybody, comes down into Coffee territory all the way to the 48, but again, great field position for the Trojans, who will start 1st and 10, scoreless game. I do want to salute Toby Cruz and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, always doing a great job with lining up meals at churches. Tonight it was Central Baptist doing the honors as far as feeding the team. Earlier in the year, Second Baptist, Jamestown Baptist, and Zion Hill. And next week it's St. Peter's Missionary Baptist Church. And of course, just an all-star lineup of the religious community supporting the athletics and academics of these young men and women, as the cheerleaders are involved in that as well. Snap. This might be DePaul. Handoff going around that left side. Got a lot of blocking. Middle of the field. Down there at 37-yard line runs Davis. Oh, there's that tremendous offensive line getting a surge on that left side. They've been picking on the left side of their offense, the right side of our defensive line. And they moved the sticks all the way down inside our 37. So from their 48 to our 37.
Yeah, and here comes Urban Nard for some relief.
Paul from the pistol, hands off again. Davis stutter steps, big hole, and then we jerk him down after about 2 or 3. Oh no, they're going to give him more like 6 down to the 31.
You know, we run a 3-3-5, which on paper, anybody should be able to run against a 3-3-5. Now, Manatee and Valdosta will tell you it's harder than it looks. Coffee County's having a little bit more luck with it.
At the 31, second down, 4.5. Nothing Ware and Coffee, but the Trojans on the move. Little draw play to a new back, squirts through 25. We get him from behind. Collins had to get him at the 20-yard line. They snuck in a little guy on us, number 21, Chris Swinson. He's a senior. But compared to those other big guys, and they moved the chain. Second first down tonight for Coffee, and the Trojans on the move.
Making a lot of substitutions after every play. A substitution, it's not out of getting them fresh. It's out of the coaches are trying to make corrections on the sidelines. So the players are coming in and out for coaching to try to make some changes to stop this Coffee County press.
Nose of the ball just inside the red zone. 1st and 10. They do a shift from the pistol pop. Play action, looking long over the middle. He's got his man low, complete at the 4. We were right there defending it, but a nicely thrown pass low where it was either going to be the Coffee receiver, who's Walker, or making the reception, or nobody. He got it down to the 4. First and goal, Trojan.
Yeah, we're just still early in this first quarter, and Coffee County has a real rhythm about them. And Polk, the leader, just marching them down the field.
They're getting set on offense now. A little slow coming in with the play at the 4. They're going to take a timeout. They don't want to make a mistake. Timeout, Coffee on the move at the 4 of Ware. First and goal, 30-second break, and you listen to Gator football.
Stop by and play ball with Eagle Pond Outfitters and always score a touchdown. We love to make people happy, and money seems to do just that. We loan money on anything of value: tools, jewelry, TVs, guns, cars, boats, motorcycles, campers, anything of value. If you have anything to trade or sell, see us first. We'll guarantee the highest prices on gold and silver. We do title pawn, and we have hunting items too. Need a dollar? Give us a holler. Eagle Pawn Outfitters, Waycross, where the eagle flies every day.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Brian Blunt, Clay Thomas, Omar Oliver in the sky. Scott Tanner on the field. Scott?
Well, I'm watching their offensive line right now. You know, we were talking, or Clay was, about their offensive line. Their defensive line, it's 3 against 5. And when you go against number 77, Cole Minshew at 6'5", 345 pounds, this is where I hope fatigue takes over in the third quarter.
Yeah, you don't want to spot them too much of a lead at that.
That's right.
But they're knocking on the door, we'll put it that way.
4 yards.
First and goal, they're towards the right hash, going left to right this first period. Wildcat. And the runner keeps it, and we eat him up. Maybe a yard for number 14, Ashley. Wildcat for the sophomore.
Mills on the stop.
Got him maybe a yard, and that's it. Now Pauk comes back in. So they were trying to use some of that size to open up a hole, a little delay run on the Wildcat, but managed a yard. Second and goal at the 3. From the gun, one setback with Paul. He rolls right after the snap. Looks. Now he rolls back to the left. He's got a man breaking open, complete, and a touchdown. No. We stopped him at the 1. He threw it low to his receiver, and that's Wilkerson, who is one of the D1 commits, I believe, and he got down to the 1, or the goal line is close.
But Paul shows how cool he is under pressure. He rolls out right, and there's nothing there. He just stops, gets his composure, comes back around to the left, and just kind of makes something up on the fly and shows a lot of composure on the football field.
Third and goal. Big play here. Wilkerson is at FSU he's committed to?
I believe that's correct.
At the 1, power formation. Paul from the gun, takes the snap, looks for a hole, puts his head down, and he gets in. Touchdown.
5 minutes, 49 seconds left in this, the first quarter. Coffee County strikes first, up 6-0, as they will look to go to a point after attempt. They don't have anybody to snap the ball at this time, which is a bit difficult to get a play started.
They're doing this shift thing. Now they shift to over the ball. Yeah, I don't think you're going to run it if you don't have a snapper in.
Yeah, they're missing a player. Yeah. One's coming on late now.
He sets up right there on the end. They're going to try a 1-point conversion. Low snap, good set. It's up. And it appears good. And it is. 7-0 now. Coffee leading Ware, 30-second break, and you're listening to Gator football.
Everybody knows Fords are cheaper in the swamp at Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross. The #1 selling truck on the planet for over 36 years is available at Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross. Ron says he'll beat any price on any new Ford. Come on, make him prove it. Go ahead and make him. Home of Ford certified pre-owned vehicles. Because everybody knows Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Ask anybody. Heck, ask John Boy and Billy. They'll tell you.
Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross. Take it from John Boy and Billy. Everybody knows Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Ryan, 7-0. It's Cook County over Pierce.
7-0. Coffee leads Ware. Lord was the one that tacked on that PAT. We're lined up to receive already. We're ready to try to answer the bell. Of course, we had to do that against Manatee a few weeks ago. You remember late in the game they went up on us. And we We certainly answered the bell in nice fashion. Now Lord will be the one to tee it up. He's a senior. Right in the middle of the field at the 40, and we were sitting with 5:49 left first period, 7-0 Trojans leading. Scott?
Well, you were talking about Wilkerson a while ago. He's the one that led the lead block going in there at 6'5", 240 pounds for a tight end.
It's a sky kick, short. Fair catch called for by Josh Johnson at the 29-yard line. You can't argue with field position, but they're going to make sure that there's not going to be a return because of the athleticism for the Gators. We're going to have to get something going on offense, Clay.
Yeah, we are. And obviously, offense has been our Achilles heel this year. And if you look historically at the Gators, we've always had a defense that's been able to keep us in the games, and an offense that's been able to put enough points to make us win. Our offense did absolutely nothing on this first series, so let's see if they change things. Going to have to throw the ball eventually, sometime this year.
Holman at the 29. Handoff to a tail, gets some blocking, gets pushed forward up to the 34-yard line. And that is going to be it. Still a gain, though, maybe 5 yards. Quay Taylor on the carry from the fullback position, giving forward to the 33, 2nd down and 6. 7-0, Coffee leading Ware. We're at our own 33 on the left hash, dressed in our green jerseys, gold breeches, green helmets with the new Gators logo, and now the field has a new Gators logo on it as well. Snap to Holman from the gun. Flag goes down. He's looking to pass all day. Throws long. Incomplete. The fans want us to hold on Caleb Johnson, who did a little delay streak, and it might have been delayed, but watch a penalty. Or do we have a hold?
I think he said type of like an illegal shift was the...
Okay. Well, that's better.
I think they're going to decline it, though.
So we tried to loosen up this run defense a little. Shift against Ware's decline. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6 at our own 33-yard line. 7-0, Coffee leading Ware here early. 5:07, actually midway now in the first period.
We need to try to find a way to work the screen game into the wing tee to make them a little bit more honest, and it helps with their over pursuit of things.
3rd down and 6. Gators looking for the first down of the night. Trips up top on the right. Handoff Chapman coming around to that right side. Cuts back up. Gets plastered hard. Pushed down at the 35-yard line. Wow. The flag comes in late. They did the Gator thing. That was Jalen Wilkerson playing the defensive end. And this might be an unsportsmanlike.
I think it is, Brian.
We'll take whatever we can get.
Well, didn't we have this happen was it Brooks?
It was.
Immediately in the early part of the game?
That was a face mask against Coffee.
Face mask, okay.
So no unsportsmanlike, but we'll take whatever we can get our hands on, because right now Coffee has our number.
They're doing the little chop and mouth Gator thing with the Coffee side.
The gain is up to the 40, so it's not a 15-yarder. Do we still have incidental?
Well, but we got a 1st down out of it.
We did. By a yard.
By a yard. So maybe they tacked on the 5 from the point of the actual penalty.
At the 40. 1st and 10 Ware on a face mask penalty. We look to the sidelines for the play. We started Quay Taylor from that right half back and then stopped him under center. It's a broken play. Holman turns it up around the right side. 45, midfield. He's into the secondary. 30, 20, 10. He is going to score on a broken play.
So that's what we need to order up. It was a broken play. Holman turns around to see absolutely no one in the backfield to hand it to. And then he does what he could. He just turns around the side and he runs down the side with the broken play is what the doctor ordered to get us on the board. It is still, we're down by 1, 4 minutes, 32 seconds left in this, your first quarter.
How do you chart that on the blackboard? Work like a charm. Call it quarterback keeper. That's what it wound up being.
Went to her back, Brian.
Etheridge to try. Good snap and set. It's up.
It's good.
And it's good. We're knotted at 7-all with 4:32 left first period. Coffee and Ware, second break, and you're listening to Gator football.
Hi, this is Dan Good with Ag South Farm Credit in Blackshear. Ag South has been in business for nearly a century, and when it comes to land and ag loans, we're experts in the field. If you found the perfect piece of property and need financing, give me a call. Ag South has fixed-rate competitive land loans for up to 20 years, and with our co-op status, we return a portion of our profits to our members. We make loans that pay you. Call today at 912-449-4701. And go Gators!
And MLS number 687118, an equal housing lender.
Back at Memorial Stadium, downstairs to Scott.
Oh, that was an exciting play, even though it was busted. You know, when you get some kind of reaction out of Commissioner Carlos Nelson up there other than political, it's pretty good. So we got the whole Gator crowd behind us right now, don't we, Carlos?
Oh, this is an awesome crowd. I tell you what, that was the way to answer what happened, you know, a few seconds ago, but that was a heck of a touchdown.
All right, appreciate it, Nelson.
Coach Stevens giving last-second instructions to his special teams on the kickoff. He's real big on special teams. Don't think he's not.
And we've stepped our game up. Our kicker now has on the legitimate ugly yellow soccer shoes. So I must give Tom Etheridge credit for stepping up his game. They are hideous, and that's what we need in order to get our special teams to be at the top.
Now, there's nobody where he likes to kick it. I find that interesting.
Yeah, that is odd.
He likes to kick it to the 20. There is no receiver back there, unless this guy is going to go back. This time he kicks it down the left side. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a penalty. They're going to have it at 35, which basically can accomplish about the same thing.
Yeah, and high school will eventually change that to be that the penalty will be more substantial, because the thing to do is just to kick it out of bounds.
Because we like to kick it to about the 25 on
They
average.
may be making him kick it again.
Oh, I think that's an option. Yeah,
they certainly can do that.
Interesting.
Hey, Brian, I've got one of your old buddies down here. Greg Sermons.
All right.
Hey, Greg, you going to help us a couple weeks?
Yes, sir. And there's nothing like watching the game from the sidelines down here, so I thought I'd try tonight. A big-time game in the region and in the state, and so far it hasn't disappointed.
It's going to be electrifying, ain't it, Greg?
Yeah, and they got some big boys, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Greg's going to help out with the broadcasts in 2 weeks, as I'll be on the road over in Savannah.
Where are you going the morning, Mayor?
I'm going to my daughter's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Better not miss out.
Etheridge now boots it down like he normally does. Now the guy's waiting there at the 25, coming up to the 30. Oh, we hit him. We corral him. And we're going to finally bring him down at the 25-yard line. Fussell on the return. A couple of guys on the defense, on the special teams. Burley's getting credited. There was one more in there as well.
Bolds and Burley. Yeah, we put our best athletes right there on kickoff.
At the 31, met Mr. Fussell head on. Fussell was the one who returned it earlier so well. At the 31, tie ball game, 7-7, Ware and Coffee. From the pistol, Paul does the little fake snap thing. Now he goes, talks to the line, talks to his back, talks to the wide receiver. Now he comes over to his left hip. Paul looks right, flares it out, complete. That's Fussell. We get him immediately, but not before he gets about 8 yards. Up to the 39, Burley on the tackle. Coming over as well is 51 for us. That's Reed.
Yeah, so we're playing a soft cushion there, but what Burley will learn to do is as soon as there's no need to have a cushion once the ball is in the air, he can go ahead and make up that gap. He really waited before he collapsed on that.
Well, you know, he did 2 pick sixes last week.
Yeah, he did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, he did something right.
Second down 2 from the gun. Paul hands off, coming around left side. We key, and we get him at the 30. Davis could not get away. Nard now doing the Gator chomp right.
Yeah, Stephen Wright was all over it, and Irvin Nard would have had him if Stephen Wright didn't have him, so really good pursuit.
Lost back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down 10. Gator D trying to show what we're made of. True spread, crowd to its feet. See if Paul can hear the signals here. Or give him, I should say. Now he brings a setback with him. Trips on the right. Paul, snap, back to pass. Looks, gets flushed. He's going to look, puts it up late. tipped, incomplete. Burley got a hand on it, intended for Fussell down around our 45, and Burley tipped it away.
Yeah, their number 24, Anthony Fussell, did sit down in a soft zone. That would have been a completed pass if it not been for the fingertips of Mr. Sammy Burley, as he just backed into that zone and stretched up. Quite an athlete Burley is.
Burley has really come on strong. He and Kent Jackson, I think, were really coming on strong at the end of last year, and they have just amped it up this year.
Playmakers.
Punting situation. They're not in punt formation yet, but Paulk does that. Now they shift 3 personal protectors. We put Belcher back at our 40. Tie ball game. Good snap, no rush. Boots it. This is better. Belcher may return this. He does. 35-40. Jukes a guy. Oh, gets slammed down. Flag goes down.
He's still going.
He's still going. I thought he was tackled. Now they get him at the 42. Belcher is so slippery.
Remember last year, Brian, we called it like that. We thought he was down 2 or 3 times, and you can't see him.
He must have fallen on top of a player, but they're bringing it back. Yeah, procedure against us.
That's awesome. But the flag.
If it's called way back here, it's got to be some type of...
I had to read that wrong. It couldn't be
block at the back or a holding or something back this way. Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Block at the back.
So mark it back 10 yards. That hurts. We would have had it at the Coffee 42. Instead, we got it at our own 27-yard line. Talk about flipping the field on a penalty. Belcher should have gone down around the 38. He actually got tackled apparently on top of a player who kept his balance, but it's all for naught because it comes back on the block in the back penalty to our 27-yard line. We're 1st and 10. We have the ball, though, with 2:51 left first period. 7 Ware, 7 Coffee. Holman under center. We're operating out of a stunted eye. Turnaround, handoff, ball bounces off a guy, 30, and down at the 34-yard line, just using some power here.
That's a workhorse there, Brian.
Yeah, it's tough to tackle a bowling ball, and that's what he is when he comes through there. He's low to the ground, and he's powerful. That makes things really difficult to tackle.
Give Falk 6 on that carry. A little different wrinkle. He actually went to a power set. 2nd down and 4. And our own 33. 7-all, snap to Holman, pitch, they key on Mills. Now they're playing our game. He loses inside the 30. They were looking for him all the way. Jay Locke, one of their captains, along with another guy coming up. Well, let's see, the loss is going to be back to the 29. So loss of about 4 is going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, we're running up to the line trying to call the play really quickly, and as soon as we get to the line, we're calling the only problem that's occurring there is our own people aren't ready. That defender came in untouched to make the tackle on Dedrick Mills.
You know Dedrick's going to be keyed on tonight, so we're going to have to use him sparingly.
Yeah, and his foot's not well.
At the 29, 3rd and 8, Coffee fans to their feet. Falk takes the handoff, finds a little bit of blocking. Running's tough, though. He's not going to make it but up to the 33, well short of the 1st down. We needed the 37.
It was 43 James Burks all over the field for Coffee right now at 5'10", 180. Kind of reminds you of old Scotty Flipson, built kind of big up top with small legs, but he can get over all across that field, Brian.
At the 34, Dixon comes into punt. We're tied at 7-all in the waning minute of this first period. They put a man back deep as Walker. Good snap. Beautiful kick. Walker's going to have to just let it bounce. It does not take a good Gator roll, but we're down at the 30. And Quay Taylor does that. So at least, Clay, we're keeping them in average field position.
And our punting this year has been somewhat, I don't want to say a weakness, but it's been inconsistent. Schuyler has come out in 2 different cases and done his job very well.
We got a penalty.
Yep.
And it's against Ware.
We're going to have tennis elbow from the officials before it's all said and done. A lot of penalties tonight.
Coach Stevens is pleading his case. Let's see what happens.
Illegal formation against Ware is declined. They don't want us to re-kick it. Interesting.
Well, look at the wind and that flag, Brian. I mean, we're going to be facing it next quarter, so.
So it's the spot appears to be now they move it to the 30. Linesman told them to move it on up a yard, had it at the 29 momentarily. 1st and 10 Coffee tied up at 7-all with Ware. We're back on D, and they're back on O. At their own 30. From this right hash, Again, they go now to a Wildcat. Ashley runs out of this. Ashley keeps it straight up the middle. He's got 5 and 6. Oh, excuse me. He's got 2. And I'm reading him from his Wildcat spot. Gain of 2.
And we're seeing a lot more action out of Quadres Reed, who's not been as active up until tonight. We're seeing a lot of playing time out of him.
So a gain of 3. 3.5, actually. Second down, a short 7. 25 seconds left in the period. Paul. No, Ashley still in. Paul may be a split out here. He is. Snap to Ashley. Keeps it again. Trying to find a lane, and he does, and he gets to the 39, about a yard shy of a first.
That was Reed there on the tackle, the man that I just mentioned, Quadres Reed, the senior, who's seeing a lot more playing time as the year goes on.
They're staying in this formation, split and Paul count. You got to watch this. Third down, a yard, and the time expires. We completed a quarter of play at Waycross's Memorial Stadium. Ware 7, Coffee 7, 60-second break, and you're listening to Gator Football.
Browning's Medical Arts Pharmacy has a long tradition of excellence in community care. Let registered pharmacist Kenny McCarthy and his staff fill your prescription needs with competency and courtesy. Delivery is just part of our service, and we accept Medicare Part D, State of Georgia, and Medicaid prescription insurance plans. Browning's has a large selection of Watkins products, including a variety of flavorings. And they have Fashion ID jewelry. Browning says, go Gators.
Hi, this is Dan Good with Ag South Farm Credit in Blackshear. Ag South has been in business for nearly a century, and when it comes to land and ag loans, we're experts in the field. If you found the perfect piece of property and need financing, give me a call. Ag South has fixed-rate competitive land loans for up to 20 years, and with our co-op status, we return a portion of our profits to our members. We make loans that pay you. Call today at 912-449-4701. And go Gators!
And MLS number 687118, an equal housing lender.
WKUB, Blackshear Waycross. While interest rates are still low, now's the time to buy or sell your home. Call Wendy Maddox at Cobblestone Realty, 912-281-7781.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Brian Blunt, Clay Thomas, Omar Oliver in the skies. Scott Tanner on the field. Scott?
Well, I agree with Clay right now. These big guys, even though we only got 3 defensive guys going against their 5 right now, you watch our defensive ends outrun them, putting pressure on them, and we're actually over pursuing with our linebackers and their free safety right now.
We're changing up the line on this play, though.
Yes, we are.
3rd and 1. And they make us jump? No. We didn't break the play.
Nope.
Ashley's looking for the play. He's, I guess, that quarterback. I keep calling him that Wildcat. He has Paulk with him from the pistol. He hands off to Paulk. Oh, he's got wide open running room.
Oh, no.
That's Davis, rather. 50, 40. And we get him. Quay Taylor comes over to save the day. He handed off to Davis, coming across to the 29 of Ware, and the chains will really move on that.
And we are making changes. So we have historically used a 3-man front, a 3-3-5. We have now walked the linebacker up. We're using a 4-3 front, where we're putting Quadres Reed down in a 4-point stance. Sometimes we are, and sometimes we aren't. We're trying a little bit of everything to slow this down.
And the 29, Ashley staying in at the QB slot. We'll just call it that. Hands off on a Reed, and we get him after a couple on the carry for their running back, and that is 22, who is Sears, one of their captains.
He's 5'9", 205. Everything we call him's over 200 pounds, Brian.
Yeah, giving 3, just leaning in down to the 26-yard line. 2nd down, 7 from the left hash as Coffee goes right to left. Ashley tries to make him jump, and he might have succeeded. Timeout.
No.
Timeout, Coffee. Early in this second period, 7-all tie with Ware. 60-second break, and you're listening to Gator Football.
Hi, this is Neil Bennett from Wilbur James Tire Pros. It's that time of year again, football season. You know what that means: more tailgates, more carpooling to practices and away games. Basically, more use out of your car. It's the time when you need your vehicle and tires to be performing at their peak. Whether you need a new set of tires, an oil change, brake service, alignment, or scheduled maintenance, we'll get the job done right the first time. For service you can trust, visit Wilbur James Tire Pros in Waycross today, or go online at wilburjamestirepros.com.
Thinking about redecorating? Lee Hardware says maybe changing up your wall color, even on the outside.
Create ambiance you can't wait to come home to with rich, beautiful colors from Valspar Medallion Premium Interior and Exterior Paints. They're available at Lee Hardware and Building Supply in Waycross. Lee Hardware is a family-owned business. They feature a complete selection of lumber, millwork, and related building materials. And, of course, famous Valspar paint. Lee Hardware says, go Gators!
Second quarter, Brian. It's Cook 10, Pierce nothing.
7-all Ware and Coffee. Second down 7 at our 26-yard line. Ashley is in at quarterback. One setback. That's Sears with him. Talking to his line at the last second here. You can't get Sears set. Trips on the left on the short side. From the 26, little Reed keeper straight up the middle, and we wait on him. Sims, I think, coming up. Or rather, 79 is Everett for us. At the 24, gain of a couple would bring up 3rd and 5, and finally we have them in a 3rd and a little bit longer situation.
So we're, instead of going with the 3-man front, we're going with the beefier big guys up front to try to combat this offensive line.
Everett comes out now, though.
That's right.
At the 24, 3rd down 5. Ashley staying in at the QB. Puts Paulk in motion. He's back to pass. He's looking. Now he's going to run, and we eat him up. Oh, we fooled him into thinking he could scramble, and Collins just ate him alive at the 26-yard line and slammed him to the turf.
So we're trying all kind of different things tonight. Collins was not at nose guard that time. We had him out at defensive end, and we put Terrence Dukes at nose guard. But Collins, when he tried to, the quarterback tried to take off just to steal some yards from us, in a sense, old wrestling style, just body slammed him.
4th down, lost to the 27. So it's 4th down and 8, and they're going for it. At the 27 of Ware, Gator fans to their feet, Coffee fans to their feet. True spread. Ashley back to pass. Looks. Throws over the middle. Has got his man incomplete. Oh, he had him breaking open. Number 2 was Bryant on just a little deep slant crossing pattern, rather, coming across. We had it pretty well defended, but had he been able to get it, he would have had a diving catch at our 2. Instead, it's incomplete. We take over at our own 27, tied.
Really a pretty pass. A lot of poise in the pocket, but just right out of the hands of the receiver.
At the 27, 1st and 10. Gators take over on downs. Tied 7-all, 10 minutes left in the half. Holman has operated under center some tonight. He is on this play. Handoff trying to come around to this right side. Chapman gets eaten up, just barely makes it back up the sideline to the line of scrimmage, and maybe give him a couple just off sheer effort. Boy, the white jerseys were all over that play.
We've got to find a way to make Coffee County a little bit more honest in their defense. They're just pinning their ears back and coming after us. And so if we can get a tight end behind their linebackers and throw a pass, I know people get sick of me saying this, even if it's an incomplete pass, it makes them play more honestly. Right now, we got 11 people pinned back their ears and coming after us.
Well, we saw that against Manatee. Yeah. At the 29. 2nd down 8 from the right hash. Quay's in motion. They toss it to him. He has to slam on brakes, and they're going to penetrate. No gain. He's lucky he didn't get caught for a 3-yard loss. They had such penetration over there, led by Walker.
And he's hurt. He's getting up slow.
You see, every time we put somebody in motion, the wing T can get to become a little bit predictable. When we put that person in motion, they immediately, what they do is they loop an outside linebacker. And when that outside linebacker loops, he just turns everything back inside to let the 10 other guys eat the play up. So we're going to have to change things up a little bit on offense.
Taylor hobbles out. Belcher comes in. They're looking at Taylor right now. We'll see if Scott can get a forecast in just a couple of minutes. At the 28 and a half, 3rd down, 8 and a half, 7-all, Ware and Coffee. We're trying to convert here. Belcher in motion. We fake it to him. Play action. He throws it out. Complete. And that is bold. It's 35, 40. Finally tackled at the 49 of Ware. Coming in to save the day, Burke for the Trojans, but the chains will move on that.
And Brian, that's what we've got to do. There's nothing that gives us the indication that we can run a traditional wing T against this Coffee defense. Now, we might can in the 4th quarter when they're worn down, but we're going to have a little bit of razzle-dazzle to move the ball against Coffee.
You know, they actually had that well defended, and we just executed a little better. 1st and 10 at the 49. They were looking for the roll. We had the blocker waiting. 49. Snap under center, handoff. We just try to bull our way with Chapman for a couple. We do get into Trojan territory, but that's it.
That's hard-earned yards there for somebody like Raekwon Chapman to take that kind of punishment.
Especially coming off an injury. Do remember the Tommy Palmer scoreboard coming your way at 10 o'clock or at the conclusion of this game, whichever is later.
Oh, this don't look good, Brian. It's looking at the ankle. He's in pain right now.
Clay Taylor being worked on. Gators at the 49 of the Trojans, tied. From under center, Holman. Little handoff reverse, winds up with Belcher. He manages to get to the 46, and that's it. The crossbuck just has not been perfected yet on this offense, like you would imagine a Camden County running it for years and years and years and years and years. This is the first year we've tried this. Still a gain of 3, brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's what will work, Brian, is a wheel route out of the backfield will work. And they're going to go to it, and we're going to score on it, and you're going to tell me that I'm a prognosticator. The wheel route out of the backfield is going to work sometime tonight.
If we can connect on the pass like we did with Taylor.
Yeah, we can. It's going to happen.
At the 46, 3rd down 5. Direct snap, or rather, handoff to Bowles, who gets eaten up. No gain, maybe to a yard. Holman was under center, handed off to Bowles just straight up the middle. I'm not really sure if we were trying to trap somebody up there or what, but it got a yard, and that was it.
We got to put a helmet on number 43, James Burke, for Coffee Trojans right now. I mean, he's going on the list of anywhere he wants to on that field.
We got to remember we've got, and my favorite Gator, I love him, Blaine Harper, but he's maybe 165 pounds soaking wet, taking on just some really big size up there, and he's fighting like mad.
Ken Jackson comes in late. I see they're helping Taylor off the
They
field.
are. They got a shoe off. They're going to take him to the locker room, see if they can ice it down a little bit, Brian. But he is in pain.
We're taking a timeout here before we punt with 6:46 left in the half. 7-all, Ware and Coffee. 30-second break, and you're listening to Gator Football.
Faster is what faster does. And with 5 internet, faster means speeds up to 25, 50, even 105 megabits per second. The fastest in town. Do everything online faster. A mountain of homework? Done. Downloading HD movies? Bust out the popcorn. Game day streaming? Game on. Now get 25 for $49.99. That's up to 25 megabits per second internet for just $49.99 a month. Call 855-565-VYVE or visit ViveBroadband.com.
Vive Broadband is a proud sponsor of tonight's game between the Gators and Coffee County. And with speeds up to a mind-boggling 105 megabytes per second, Vive is also the official sponsor of Crazy Fast Internet.
Don't forget about Heritage Gathering Celebration taking place at the Okefenokee Heritage Center tomorrow. Admission is absolutely free. It's happening from 10 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. You'll learn all kinds of Native American culture.
It's great
for everybody. Yeah, it's free.
I love it, Brian. I've been out there a couple times. If you want to see the old Pioneer Days, that's a good place to go to see.
And they also have art activities for the kids, so something for every age. Tomorrow from 10 until 6:30. Good snap, high punt, kind of short. We're trying to get in and zone it. Takes a straight up bounce, now bounces against us a little bit up to the 30-yard line. So again, Coffee starting pretty good field position after it's all said and done. We're netting about 16 yards out of that, trying to keep it out of the end zone. But still, Clay, you got to wonder as far as their size and as far as our speed. Now we have Taylor out of the game. That hurts.
That does hurt.
Here's an advantage we do have. We've been in a dogfight this year, and we know that we can stand a dogfight. To some degree, Coffee County's been somewhat untested this year. They've not played a super tough opponent, if my recollection is correct. So maybe the dogfight will help us in coming out on top. They're not going to be in better condition than us. That just doesn't happen with the coach Franklin Stevens' team. His team's going to be in good condition.
Coffee beat North Cobb 27-14, or excuse me, North Oconee to begin the season. That's a Class 4A team. North Oconee actually has lost 2 games total, and then they turned around. Coffee walloped Savannah 54-0 last 2 weeks ago. Both of these teams had an open week to prepare for the other, and it's showing, I think.
Just sit tight at home. This is going to be a dogfight. I think all 4 quarters are going to be needed.
Paul comes back in. I don't know if he's going to be at quarterback or not. It looks like he will be. They used Ashley the majority of that last series, he is a sophomore. Polk is a senior. He's back in the pistol. From their own 30, 7-all, Ware and Coffee. 6:33 left after this water break. Snap the Polk, turn around, handoff. Davis blows through, block. 35-40 in our secondary. We got him from behind, up around the 45-yard line. Yeomans, I think, made the saving tackle on that.
Yeah, we don't want our deepest safety being called out as making tackles, but that's exactly what happened there. Tristan Yeomans.
At the 47, gain of 17, 1st and 10, change move, snap to Polk, hand off Davis around the right side, gets a block, got 7, they're still on his feet, breaking the tackle. Now they're going to say his knee touched at our 47.
Oh, no.
And a flag goes down. We might have hung on to him a little too long after that.
That's unfriendly confines over there too, Brian.
So on the far sideline in front of the Trojan bench, the flag flies, and it looks like it's going to be on the Gators, I do believe.
I think Coach Stevens is halfway on the field. He would like to know what happened and who is it.
Yeah, he's
Personal foul against Ware will tack it on to our 36-yard line, 31-yard line. Or thereabouts, maybe the 32, 31. So, both teams have committed a couple of big penalties. Coffee has had more of an offensive effort than we have tonight. Now they're at our 31. We're tied at 7-all, but still plenty of time left in this half. Polk puts Wilkerson and sets him on the right from the pistol. He turns around, hands off. This is that other back squirting through over left tackle. Slides down to our 25. That's Sears.
And there's a lot of changes being made from possession to possession, and it's a bit of a chess match. Right now, Coffee seems to be a little bit ahead in the chess match on the series, and for whatever reason, Dedrick Mills comes out of the game.
Or rather, Swenson on that last carry. The senior. 2nd down, 4 at our 25. Now Sears is in. Handoff Davis coming around lead block, and then we hit him once and twice. He goes down after a couple. It looked like it was going to develop for more, but Falk reached in and got him. Giving to the 24, actually only a yard, and brings up 3rd, 2.5 to 3.
And they're definitely in a 4-down territory, so you might see something between the tackles again to keep it pretty safe.
Polk, your quarterback. They've alternated between Ashley and himself. From the pistol at our 24, turnaround handoff coming around left side. Sears has wide open running room down there at 10 and 5. Manny has some blocking over there around the left side. Yeoman's coming up to save the day. And it'll be 1st and goal, Coffee.
2 in a row that Yeoman's had to save. I'm like Clay on that.
Quay Taylor will be out for the rest of this game.
Yep.
So at the 5, 1st and goal. From the pistol, handoff Sears straight up the gut. He's going to drive and score.
So in your second quarter, Coffee goes up 13-7 as they will look for a point after attempt here. But we still have 4 minutes and 43 seconds left in this, your second quarter, to see if Ware County can respond to tie things up before the half. But first, a point after attempt where Coffee's still trying to get 11 people onto the field.
They've been doing that all night, Clay.
PAT forthcoming. And that is Lord, who is the senior place kicker. Good snap and set. It's up. And it's good. 14-7. Coffee leads Ware's 30-second break, and you're listening to Gator football.
Isn't where you live. It's where people understand you. It's a connection to the things that really matter. At First Southern Bank, we understand what it means to live and work in our community and what our community means to the people and businesses that live here. We're your old friend and neighbor, but with a new name and a renewed dedication to the one place that matters most to all of us, home. Proud supporter of Ware County Gators football. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Coffee has gone on top 14-7. Ware's lone points came on a busted play. Wound up being a quarterback keeper of 60 yards for Holman. Point after was good by Etheridge, and we were knotted at 7-all at that time after Coffee had scored with 5:49 left in that first period. Our score came in just about a minute after that. So, but now you're looking at Coffee beginning to dominate still. They've been dominating all night, but apparently not really showing any tire as far as opening the holes and blocking. We've lost Quay Taylor for the evening.
Brian, is this pretty much what you expected? Me and you talked last night.
Oh, yeah. It is to this point.
Going into half, tied or?
Well, right now we're going to have to work on that.
That's right.
Lord tees it up, and he boots it from the middle of the 40. Down our right side, Chapman's going to field it at 29, looking for a block. He can't really get it, but he sifts through at the 30.
There you go.
Winding, breaking tackles, twisting, and gets up to the 40-yard line for Raekwon Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman just really turned and burned all the way down the field, and every time you thought he was going to go down, he just kept pumping his legs and got us a really good field position. We got plenty of time on the clock to answer this call, but my question at the beginning of the game is, can Coffee County score on this defense? Well, here's the answer. Yes.
Yeah.
They can.
At the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 Ware. Holman operating under center, I believe, this play. Falk is your fullback. Belcher and Chapman, actually, they're more in slots here on this play. Back.
Yeah.
Quick out. Yeomans, man slips down. Yeomans on his feet. He's to the 45 of Coffee and down there. The defenders slip. Yeomans just a little hitch. Got great yards, 15, 16 yards on that pass and catch from Holman to Yeomans, and the chains move. We're in double, we're in double slots on that last play, Clay.
Yeah, and the wheel route still has got to happen. They might save that, but you just be watching for the wheel route.
And the 45 of Coffee, 1st and 10 Ware. Snap to Holman. Mills trying to find some running room. He can't. No gain. Trying to go around the right side. You can tell he's not up to full snuff. Jackenzie Walker on the tackle. No gain for Diedrich. 14-7 Coffee leading with 4:03 left in the half, but we are at their 45-yard line, 2nd and 10. Oh, no. A chop block against Ware. Wow, on offense at that.
And that's a big one.
I've seen that. It was a good call. I hate to say it.
15-yard penalty. Back to our 40-yard line. So it's 1st and 25 now. At our own 40, trailing 14-7, the Gators. The crowd kind of taken out of it right now. Twins both sides. Bowles your setback. Holman from the gun. Snap. Looks left. Throws right. Too high. Oh, a busted route, or else it was well defended.
Coach Stevens ran out to the receivers and started talking to them, and they carried on 3 to 4 seconds worth of conversation during a live ball. So we've got to be a little more prepared on that on offense.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 3:57. It's 2nd down and 25. After that chop block penalty backed us up 15.
Boy, that crowd is definitely quiet right now, Brian.
Feels like we're alone here.
It is.
At our own 40. Holman under center. Belcher in motion. Fake it to him. Roll was right. Looks for that pattern. Throws complete to the 40. To the 30. That's Mills down to the 25 and a 1st down. Diedrich Mills just sat down over here on the right hash. Wide open.
Man, I mean he was wide open.
Not technically a wheel route, but at least throwing to the receiver out of the backfield.
At the 26, handoff to Diedrich. Coming around right side. Cuts back. 25, 20, and he's knocked out right around there. Let's see where the linesman's going to give it to him. around the 19 or so. So Diedrich now trying to get back into a rhythm after hobbling along on a partial injury. They're going to say the 19-yard line, so gain of 7. Timeout, Coffee.
Yeah.
3:39 left in this half. It's 14-7. Trojans leading the Gators. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ware County football.
Once again, the Body Shop of Waycross sets the standard of excellence and leads the way in new technology by being the first shop in this area to use a PPG environmentally friendly high-performance waterborne paint system. This new waterborne paint system has excellent, accurate color matching. We are your insurance-approved collision specialist and offer 24-hour towing and after-hour claims assistance, too. The Body Shop of Waycross, Brunswick Highway. Call 285-3840.
Brian, 10-7 now, Cook over Pierce.
Here it's 14-7, Coffee leading Ware. Diedrich Mills, a great pass reception, got us down to their 26. Then he ran it for about another 7. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Coffee took a timeout trying to stop a little bit of the mo that we have been sorely missing tonight, Clay, except for that busted play, long touchdown run by Holman for 60 yards. It's been hard. The going's been tough.
I think we call for the busted play again.
It may happen.
That's what we need. Go back to our bag of tricks and go for the old busted play. But I do believe, let me see if I can put it this way. The standard, straightforward, run-at-you, wing tee is not going to work against Coffee County. Now, it will work here or there, but we're going to have to open things up in order to be able to really challenge this defense of Coffee County. And I think we are going to do that. I think we'll respond.
Yeah, I think we have shown that. You're right. And 2nd down and 3 at their 19-yard line. 14-7, Coffee leading. Holman under center on this. Belcher in motion, back to pass, fade, route right side, Burley, incomplete.
That's a flag.
And a flag goes down. Defender was all over him back there, and that's Williams. He's looking to the officials like, what?
Well, and it's really a smart flag. He was going to be beat. If he didn't do that, it was going to be a touchdown. So no coach ever likes to see a flag, but that might be a flag that's a wise one to take, because if not, that would have been 6 points.
We threw a fader out to Burley. He was open momentarily. A little bit of contact resulted in the yellow hanky, and it's going to be a penalty from the 19. So that should be half the distance.
He never took his eyes off the receiver, so they were looking eye to eye with the ball hit him in the shoulder pad, guys. Smart play.
Yeah, half the distance to the goal. We'll put it down right at the 9. So 1st and goal inside the 10. Of Coffee from the right hash. Holman looking for somebody in motion. He got it started and stopped by Chapman. We do that to try to pull him off, and then we look to the sideline for the play. Holman, handoff Chapman, going over right side, runs into 1. He's going to get in. Yes!
3 minutes, 29 seconds. Still before halftime, as Gators make it a 13-14 game, as we bring out the bright yellow shoes of Tom Etheridge to see if we can tie this up. Now, we do the swinging gate here to see if they allow for any opening to get 2 points on the board. And I don't believe Coffee's going to allow that, so we're going to bring over for the kicking squad.
Falk to hold, Etheridge to try the single PAT here. To try to tie this thing. Good snap and set. It's up. And it's good. 14 all. We're back tied with Coffee and Ware. 30-second break. You're listening to Gator Football.
Start living the skiff life today with America's #1 selling boat brand, Carolina Skiff. Affordable, durable, and versatile, our full line of all-purpose, all-composite boats will keep you focused on enjoying your time on the water. And with Carolina Skiff's fuel-efficient hull designs, you'll get more fun for your money for years to come. See your Carolina Skiff dealer today or visit carolinaskiff.com for more information. Go anywhere, do anything in a Carolina Skiff.
WKUB Blackshear Waycross. Let Wendy Maddox at Cobblestone Realty help you get the best value, whether you're buying or selling. Call Wendy, 912-281-7781.
Ware County Stream Team streaming this live video on nfhsnetwork.com. You have to be a subscriber. You have to sign up. You can get it live by being a paid subscriber. You can get it delayed for free in 72 hours. We're streaming the audio worldwide at waycrossradio.com. That's waycrossradio.com. Etheridge to kick off. We're knotted at 14 all now, 3:29. One thing about it, we haven't seen either team make a mistake, a turnover. We're still kind of playing some careful ball because of that, although both teams have put it up in the air. Etheridge boots it down that right side, so it'll be returned up to the left. No, it goes out of bounds. So we're just trying to keep it away from Davis, that's for sure. And downstairs to Scott.
Oh, man. You know, I'm watching the offensive line right now. We got a lot of substitutions, but that offensive line for Coffee County stays constant. And you'll notice, and this is smart, too, those linemen don't huddle up. They're saving energy. Those are big boys, and they run 5 yards at the time. That's like 5-yard wing sprints back and forth to the offensive line. So I'm thinking late in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, we're going to see some gas problems in this race.
Got to keep the score close, though.
That's right.
Well, they're going to back us up 5, make us re-kick at the 35 now. This time Etheridge puts it in the middle of the field. We're looking like we might want to place one over there on the left. Now Davis is getting over there. Now nobody's over here on the right.
Yeah, it's wide open. Bo Clark just pointed this out.
Let's see if Ashley is considered that man. We booted instead down the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Deeper, taken by Ashley at the 10-15, looking for a block.
No.
Oh, we corral him at the 20. We got 5 Gators in there, led by Sims and Josh Johnson and Caleb Johnson. And, man, I can keep naming them here. 33. I don't have a 33.
I'm not certain why we don't look to that as our kickoff strategy a little more often. I mean, we've got 11 guys lined up over there that can run a 4-5 and better. Just let them go after it.
So the spot, the 20 or inside of it, let's call it the 19. 14 all, Ware and Coffee, but the Trojans back on 0. As they go right to left this second period, we're getting close to halftime. 3:22 left from the pistol. Paul, turnaround, handoff. Davis, great blocking, just burst up to the 25, maybe the 27. They're going to give him 7 or 8 on that. Now he backs it back to the 26 as the line judge. So a gain of 7.
So we are back now to our traditional 3-man front where we got Stephen Wright, Roisin Collins, and Terrence Dukes.
They're in somewhat a hurry up. Second down, 3.5 from their own 26. Paul, snap, handoff, coming around Davis again, this time left side. He's going to try to get outside. He can't. Oh, he hit him, but he's dragging us up for 2 or 3 or 4 more yards and has a first down. Oh, we came in with Burley. We came in.
Mills.
Dukes.
He broke Mills' tackle in the backfield. We'd actually had him for about a 2-yard loss, Brian.
Yeah, Mills he's playing with a lot of heart, but he's really hobbling this evening.
Is now.
He's certainly not at 100%.
Davis got him to the 32. Chains move. 2:40 clock running. 14 all. Ware and Coffee. Paulk the quarterback. We're showing blitz. Flares it out. Complete. And we can't stop him at the 27-yard line. Chapman just blew that up.
Man. So that pass that's become so famous in high school and college, just that outside pass directly to an outside receiver, needing his other receiver to block for him, and Chapman just blew that up immediately.
At the 28-yard line, they're going to stop play here.
Yeah, we got a helmet that needs to come off the field, and so we're bringing on Urban Nard.
So Nard comes in, Reed comes out. Loss is 4 yards back to the 27. Second down, 14. 14 all. Ware and Coffee.
2 minutes. They're looking to the sideline too, Brian.
Taking a long time on this play. Really taking a long time. We're showing blitz. Now we back off, back to pass. Paul goes down on a knee, I thought. Now he's going to run and throw it out of bounds with no receiver around. Number 10, Walker. Might have been. Okay, a penalty goes down. Wow, I'm not sure if they knew what they were going to do with that.
So in high school, and I always get my rules all kind of mixed up
tackle
on this.
Box.
Yeah, but he was certainly out of the tackle box, but he did throw it out of bounds nowhere close to anyone. So the man in the white hat has the ultimate answer, and he says it was intentional grounding.
Yeah, they're pointing towards 10, and I thought he might be considered. And that's Walker, but it's their call. Yeah, intentional grounding is the call. That's the loss of that down, right?
So now we need to start looking at if we need to slow down the clock to get the ball back. They've got 3rd and an acre that they've got to get. So we need to make sure that they don't use up too much of the clock.
The spot, the 13, they have to get to our 40 or their 42-yard line. 3rd and 29. Gator fans finally come back into this thing. 14-all, Ware and Coffee. True spread. Paul takes the snap, flares it out, complete. We're playing a little soft. He breaks a tackle, but we get him up around the 18-yard line. That's Swenson on the reception.
Get your timeout. Yeah.
We got on the tackle.
I'm sorry I became a fan for just a moment, but I was trying to help him get the timeout as the time was just running off the. If you're going to take it, take it.
Timeout Ware. 1:29 left in this half. Tied 14-all with Coffee. 30-second break. You're listening to Gator Football.
Gator football is a winning tradition in Ware County with excellence, discipline, and dedication. At Walker Jones, we've experienced that same winning tradition with service to South Georgia communities for over 26 years. With 8 new vehicle brands at one location, award-winning service and body shops, and customer service that's second to none, you'll find more at the Superstore. Get more, save more. Walker Jones, South Georgia's automotive superstore in Waycross, and proud supporter of Ware County football. Go Gators! Online at walkerjones.com.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Brian Blunt, Clay Thomas, Omar Oliver in the skies, Scott Tanner on the sidelines. Scott?
Well, I tell you what, right now everybody's breathing pretty hard, right? You know, but this is kind of what we wanted, Brian, and what we talked about a while ago. And I know that you like to look at things from a different perspective. You put 14-14. If we could go in to halftime with this.
No, I agree. I agree. Absolutely. We'd like to get more points.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll be put in a position. We'll see.
Even if we could get 3 maybe up on the board, that'd be nice.
That would be.
Remember, we get the second half kickoff.
Yep.
So Coffee forced the punt. Paulk does that. They have not shifted. Now they do. We put Belcher at midfield. 14-all, Coffee and Ware. 1:29 left in the half. We're showing like we're coming after him. Then we back off. They boot it. Good knuckleball. Belcher's going to have to get it. Oh, it takes a great roll. 15, 16, 17, 18-yard roll. Down to our 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to have to, and they're letting him know it, but he's going to have to even fair catching that ball just to save the extra 20 yards of roll. But it's not as easy as it looks when that ball comes out like a knuckleball and a hard spinner like that. He didn't want to fumble it.
Well, again, we're kind of playing careful ball. We did that against Manatee. You don't want to make a mistake.
True.
And he wisely, did not make a mistake. We only have a 1 timeout remaining.
And this has been a surprisingly clean game, Brian, as far as personal fouls. I like this. Both teams showing a lot of class, but both these coaches show a lot of respect for each other, too, and these players are on the field as well.
At the 28-yard line of Ware, 1st and 10 as we go left to right. Mills hobbles out. Chapman comes in. Taylor is out for the game. They carted him off in a golf cart.
Yeah, he couldn't even stand to have the ice on him.
Snap, handoff coming around, and that's Burley coming around the end, Chapman rather, and he gets stacked up around the 35. Just a bunch of white jerseys. Clock will continue to roll. Gain of, I don't know, maybe 2, close to, close to 7.
All right.
Yeah, up to the 35-yard line, but we're 54 seconds and running. See if we try to do something here. Everybody in tight, though. We fake it rolling. He's looking for that wheel route. Instead, he throws Falk, and it bounces off. Comes out of his bread basket, bounced off his top pads. Just dragging him on that little waggle.
And he had some room to run. Now, I'm not saying a touchdown, but he had 10 or 12 more yards ahead of him.
We ran that waggle against Brooks, and it looked really good. He tried it there, and he had him momentarily. Incomplete pass at least stops the clock, but it's 3rd down now. 3rd, 3, 42 seconds left. 14-all Ware and Coffee real close to halftime. Now Holman It goes under center on this. Handoff. Mills just trying to find something around the right side. 45, 50. Down the right sideline and knocked down at the 30-yard line. Stevens wants a late hit on the sideline. He's not going to get it.
Yeah.
Out of bounds.
I didn't see anything late there, but he's very animated about it.
For two reasons. One is it would be great field position, but another is he's trying to protect his star player.
Yeah, and I see what his argument is now. They called him down way back here at the 44, and yet the hit took down here on the 30. He's more or less saying, listen, if you stepped out of bounds way back there, blow your whistle. And
so at the 43 is where they're going to call him out of bounds. I felt like that was right.
Yeah.
He squirted way down there. But still, the chains move with 33 seconds left. Snap and handoff to Mills. Dancing his way, trying the same play. He's to the 30, down that right sideline. Oh, and the ball comes loose on the hit. Goes out of bounds, I think. Where are they going to spot it at? Inside the 25, 24-yard line, it looks like.
And he is very close to getting us into Etheridge range, and so that's what we've got to begin to look at. We really need about 12 more yards to feel real comfortable with that.
25 seconds left in the half. One timeout for Ware remaining. 14 all with Coffee. Gators are at the 24 of the Trojans.
And Coffee is tired.
Josh Johnson up top on the left. From under center, Holman. Handoff. This is Chapman. Find his way, breaking tackles, bouncing off to the 17, and they gang him there.
And now we are in field goal range, and they're taking their timeout, though.
Timeout Ware with 18 seconds left, 14 all against Coffee. 30-second break, and you're listening to Gator Football.
Crawford Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1957, is a proud supporter and radio sponsor of the mighty Ware County Gators. Crawford Jewelers was built on quality, integrity, and service. Diamond professionals and GIA graduates are waiting to serve you. Like the Gators, Crawford Jewelers are #1 by Reader's Choice 2013. 24-hour shopping at CrawfordJewelers.net. And go Gators!
Back at Memorial Stadium, quickly down to Scott.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's like Clay said, Coffee is wearing down right now. But did you see what happened to Mills right down? You never see him stop in his tracks. He was grabbed by that sore ankle and stood straight up after the play. So you don't want to see him hurt for sure. Holman, he's going to have to step up just a little bit. I'm thinking, I'm like Clay, maybe a down and out or a little wheel route out in the flat, something to keep them honest right now, and set it back up in the middle of the field, maybe a down and a cross, because look, they're over pursuing right now. The linemen are standing there and the linebackers are playing way back, kind of prevent.
Now, we don't have a timeout left. You got to be mindful of that. We're at the 17-yard line. 17-yard line of Coffee. 18 seconds left in the half. 14 all Ware and the Trojans. Holman under center. As we go left to right towards that right hash on this play. Holman, he's going to pass it. He trips, throws it, end zone, Belcher incomplete. Oh, he had it momentarily. It was well defended down there by Williams and also Walker. Actually, Holman tripped over Mills coming out from his quarterback position under center. It's a wonder he didn't go down. He almost had Belcher in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, so all of these have got to be thrown in the end zone. That gives Coffee a huge advantage because you can then defend your end zone.
I think depending on how much the time plays out, you can get that first down and force the clock to stop and spike it. But with 12 seconds, you may very well be right.
It's going to be pushing it for a high school football player to understand all of the parameters there.
Holman, he's hurry up. At the 17, third down, flares it out, incomplete, and that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, we got to just...
It was tipped, and Yeoman's the intended receiver.
Grady tipped it. Quan Grady.
Kicking team, we got to bring them on.
Yep.
Those ugly yellow shoes have got to come through for us.
This is the angle you want, though, Clay. Yeah, ugly yellow shoes or not.
Those things are as European as they come, and they're going to work for us. They're going to be magic.
Right here.
35-yard, technically short of that, maybe 34.
No wind, Brian.
We'll call it a 34-yard attempt. Falk to hold, Etheridge to try. Good snap and set. It is up, and it is good. Yeah!
So with less than 4 seconds left in the first half, the Gators go up 17-14 on Tom Etheridge's kick.
we got him in field goal range, and we just have run out of options at 4th down and 4 to go, and Etheridge just splits the uprights. I think he is made up for the 2 kickoffs out of bounds. Tom Etheridge has made up for that with just perfectly splitting the uprights. 17-14, Ware County.
So we've seen momentum swing back and forth tonight. There was a time you could have heard a pin drop on the home side when we were down that second touchdown to Coffee. But, boy, our guys right now, to this point in the season, have shown absolutely no quit. You know, I asked Coach Stevens when Manatee went up and their crowd went crazy over there, and even I think their coach was even boogieing according to our crowd, since they were on the bench in front of our crowd. Don't ask about that. But I was wondering if they got a little deflated. He said deflated. I think that got them fired up. So that's a good thing to happen when adversity hits you. Usually, unfortunately, human nature is for the other. But here we fought back from a 14-7 deficit to lead 17-14 with 4 seconds left. I bet this will be a squib kick. Etheridge tees it up at the 40, right in the middle. They're back in standard formation for Coffee. And he does squib it. And the whistles blow, flags fly. We must have been offsides.
You're right, Brian.
So offsides on Ware. We'll have to re-kick it. We squibbed it just right down the field. Halftime coming your way. We'll be bringing you the Golden Gator Marching Band. If you're watching on streaming, you can enjoy that. If you're listening on the radio, you can enjoy the audio. If you're listening, if you know of somebody worldwide that cannot watch the video but can listen to the audio, go to the internet at waycrossradio.com, waycrossradio.com, and follow the instructions from there. Back us up 5 yards to the 35-yard line, and Etheridge will re-kick it. He just hit a 34-yard field goal to put the good guys up on top right now. Another squib. Actually, a nice-looking onside, deep onside kick taken by Davis. 35, 40, and then we tackle him there at the 43, and we go into the break with a 3-point lead. Your score, Ware 17, Coffee 14, 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Gator Football.
Southeast Mower and Saw Shop is your dealer for Husqvarna, the world leader in outdoor power products for forestry and lawn and garden care. See their modern showroom on the Brunswick Highway, where you'll find a large selection of lawn tractors and the popular zero-turn mowers. They also have other Husqvarna products like blowers, chainsaws, hedge trimmers, pole saws, and much more. Southeast Mower, your Waycross Husqvarna dealer and proud supporter of high school sports.
Clayton Homes of Waycross is the largest manufactured home builder in the U.S. The new Clayton Waycross plant has a new management team and new exciting floor plans for 2015. Clayton Homes is a proud supporter of the Ware County Gators.
Time to transform your inner beauty.
Yes.
Make that interior beauty
even better.
It's the new paint studio at Ace.
Believe it.
Luxurious color from Valspar Optimus and Valspar Aspire.
It's a colortropolis.
Exclusively at Ace.
Be sure and stop by and meet Ham Parr, your new paint manager at Hunter, and see Ian McFadden in the paint studio in Blackshear.
Ace is a place to help the hardware folks. Helpful is beautiful.
At participating stores.
Gator fans, are you looking for a new set of wheels and want a great rate to go with it? Well, look no further. United First Federal Credit Union has rates starting at 1.99 for up to 72 months on new or used vehicles. Terms and conditions apply. Come by our new Waycross office on Memorial Drive and talk to Cindy Hickox, Tommy Cannon, or myself, Jack Yarbrough. United First, equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA. United First, helping people afford life. And as always, go Gators!
Stop by and play ball with Eagle Pond Outfitters and always score a touchdown. We love to make people happy, and money seems to do just that. We loan money on anything of value: tools, jewelry, TVs, guns, cars, boats, motorcycles, campers, anything of value. If you have anything to trade or sell, see us first. We'll guarantee the highest prices on gold and silver. We do title pawn, and we have hunting items too. Need a dollar? Give us a holler. Eagle Pond Outfitters, Waycross, where the eagle flies every day.
Your body is built to move, and knees absorb much of the impact from it, putting them at risk for injuries to ligaments.
most commonly the ACL, the major central ligament of the knee. Left untreated, this can lead to tissue damage or even early arthritis. Dr. Lex Kennerly, Dr. Matt Velosin, Dr. Chris Swanson, and the staff at the Bone and Joint Institute of South Georgia offer comprehensive orthopedic care with a coordinated program of diagnosis, evaluation, operative and non-operative treatments, and education to get you back to optimal health quickly. When ACL surgery is necessary, we can typically perform outpatient knee arthroscopy with just small incisions using the latest state-of-the-art equipment and techniques. At the Bone and Joint Institute, surgery is less stressful and more patient-friendly. Our highly skilled surgical team provides personalized care in a peaceful and comfortable setting designed specifically to put patients at ease. Convenient, comprehensive orthopedic care in Jessup, Baxley, Hinesville, and Waycross. The Bone and Joint Institute of South Georgia, keeping you in motion. Online at bjisg.com.
Bryan still 10-7, Cook over Pierce, halftime score.
Right, thank you, Ray Williamson, back at Studio Central here at 17-14, Ware County leading Coffee High. Omar Oliver joins me now. Omar, we expected a slugfest. Maybe not exactly this style, and maybe we thought our defense would be a little more dominating. We knew their offense is their strong point. Their defense finally began to show a little bit of tire towards right at the end of the half, and we capitalized on moving the ball then. But I think, like Scott's talked about for some time now, it looks like, as Coach Stevens has preached the longest time since being in Gatordom, if you will, conditioning. And it may very well come down to who is the most gassed in this game.
Well, Brian, it came down to what we all thought. It's going to be a dogfight. Wasn't going to be anybody giving any quarters, no quarters given by each team, and that's what I thought it was going to be. A close game, a clutch field goal by Tom Etheridge, and I think that's going to help his confidence going down the stretch. We know now if we need a field goal late in the game, within that distance, he can make a field goal. And he's gotten better in practice, he's gotten better in pregame, so that was huge for his confidence. The defense has got to be cleaned up a little bit. I mean, they're getting too many gaps, and those A gaps and B gaps are being filled up. And they're just living through those holes. That's got to be cleaned up. But for the most part, this is what we expected. Just a nip and tuck, drag out, knock down battle between two border rivals. So it's what I expected.
Well, they're getting a lot of help to create those holes. Some huge offensive linemen, and I know that's putting some wear and tear on our D, but at the same time, they have the running back ability, too.
I'll fix it. I think a lot of times when you look at the Manatee line, that's about the same size, or probably bigger. They got an FSU commit.
Paying off now. We done made 30 yards on that.
Yeah, I know. But yeah,
what is Cecil talking about?
He's talking about the line for them. About how big the line is. So
okay.
That's why. What was I?
I don't know.
Yeah, that line we saw in Manatee. We saw a line like that in Manatee, and so it got us prepared for this game. They have an FSU commit. They got two FSU commits.
Yeah, I know Wilkerson's one.
Wilkerson won, and Cole Minshew.
Oh, okay.
Minshew, number 77.
Big guy, yeah.
And you see why.
And he's just a junior.
And Georgia's still after him, by the way. Yeah, you see why. He opened up a hole for his guys, and that's why they're going to get a ground game a la Todd Gurley, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So our defense got to clean that up and just be in certain spots, certain gaps, to avoid that. But when you had a line that's 150 pounds more than your D-line, then you're going to have holes like that,
Well, their running backs, Davis and Sears and Swenson, I mean, at times they've kind of had their way, but like Clay was saying, we were making a lot of adjustments on the defensive line, trying to figure out what might work a little better at any given time, and it seems like that we were ready to make those adjustments, that we had practiced some of that to be ready for it, and it paid off a few times in stopping some drives. But at the same time, the big question in my mind, and I know I'm repeating myself, but can Coffee keep this up with the size that they have into quarter number 4? Particularly, we know that Ware can because of what we did against the same situation Manatee team like you mentioned, but I don't know. Both of these teams, without a doubt in my mind, both of these teams will be going far this year.
You said a key word a minute ago. I haven't heard that this word in 2 years, adjustments. We actually made adjustments.
We did.
We make adjustments. And to quote the great Ed Flowers, this is the 5A game. This is the game we're going to determine. Like, I know I always compared us to Georgia somehow. Like, tomorrow, whoever wins the East, that's the East winners tomorrow. Okay, whoever wins this game will win this region. Not far. So, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know what Statesboro's got. I don't think they have what Coffee has.
No.
You don't think so?
Not at all.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I'm gonna
trust me on this one.
I will. Thank you. I will trust you on that. But look, this is a dog fight, and I'm glad we're gonna get these guys at home, and they're gonna keep running the ball. Why not? You know, they're getting 5-6 yards a pop, pretty much. So, if it wasn't for Jalen Wilkes' face mask, that broken play you saw from Mr. Holloman, that wouldn't have happened. So, a mistake by their part cost them 7 points, and you got to take breaks like that in games like this. You got to have your breaks. So that was a big play for them and a big play for us.
All right, thank you, Omar Oliver.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say this before you go.
Sure.
You like to make comparisons to Georgia. How about this?
Okay.
We opened it up fourth quarter on Manatee. Georgia opened up fourth quarter on Clemson. Well, you were there. Then Georgia takes a week off. What do we do?
Take a week off.
See? Your comparisons go over the top sometimes. We even copy their schedule.
And we even
mirror their schedule.
And this is a key region game. Tomorrow's a key conference game. So
there you go.
It's got a parallel, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, this no cupcake Saturday this time, huh?
No. Thank you, Omar Oliver.
Yes, sir.
17-14, Ware leading Coffee High Trojans. In 60 seconds, I'll be back with Greg Sermons to talk Gator football, and you're listening to Ware County Football.
Everybody knows Fords are cheaper in the swamp at Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross. The #1 selling truck on the planet for over 36 years is available at Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross. Ron says he'll beat any price on any new Ford. Come on, make him prove it. Go ahead, make him. Home of Ford certified pre-owned vehicles. Because everybody knows Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Ask anybody. Heck, ask John Boy and Billy. They'll tell you.
Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross. Take it from John Boy and Billy. Everybody knows Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Hi, this is Dan Good with Ag South Farm Credit in Blackshear. Ag South has been in business for nearly a century, and when it comes to land and ag loans, we're experts in the field. If you found the perfect piece of property and need financing, give me a call. Ag South has fixed-rate competitive land loans for up to 20 years, and with our co-op status, we return a portion of our profits to our members. We make loans that pay you. Call today at 912-449-4701. And go Gators!
And MLS number 687118, an equal housing lender.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Brian Blunt being joined now by Greg Sermons here as our Gators are up 17-14 over Coffee. The Golden Gator Marching Band getting ready to perform, but we'll start our conversation quickly here, Greg. Your assessment of the first half.
Well, Brian, I tell you, to dig at Omar is I'll go ahead and tell Coach Stevens we don't have to play the rest of the season. If we win this, we'll be region champs. But I tell you what, very happy. I think as a Gator fan, you should be very happy you're up 17-14.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm not picking on the kid because he's playing with all heart, but Mills is maybe 70%.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Gurley at the end of last year where he was just so banged up. You can tell a big difference, but he's out there playing with heart, and Quay Taylor being out, some kids are going to have to step up and just tickled to death. And what they're doing on offense, they're not really blowing us off the line because we're playing that 3-5, but they're just creating those huge gaps. Some guys are so big we can't get by them, and there's just some huge holes there. And you know, they have moved. They won 1 2/3 quarters, and we won 1/3 of the quarter. On the busted play, we got that, but that showed speed. I mean, I tell you what, it looks like he's going to get.
I think we have the advantage in the speed.
Yeah, we were going to get 15 yards and took it to the house. But I think Mills, you know, he has speed, but just has been unable to show it. But yeah, we've had to use parts of our offense we didn't want to use.
Right.
Their quarterback looks very poised. A couple of times he looked off guys and tried to hit guys down there at the goal line one time, just led him a little bit too much, but he looked off his receiver, and we were going the other way. He was open, so just two pretty evenly matched teams, although in different strengths. You know, ours is quickness and things like that. Theirs is just brute force, and their quarterback, you know, he can pass or run, and he's very dangerous. I think Ware County is tough. We are a tough group of little kids because at 14-7, they were just blowing us out. It seemed like, I mean, except for one play, you know, they were dominated, and then we just had the guts to come back and drive down there. But like Clay said, what we did a little different. We just passed the ball a little bit, and that opened up some holes. So just a good game. If you're a Gator fan, 17-14, you don't feel good about 17-14 because you know what Coffee can do.
You're right. We'll continue this in just a moment with Greg Sermons. Let's continue and listen to the Golden Gator Marching Band. Golden Gator Marching Band performing here at the half. 17-14, Ware up on Coffee. But it's been a dogfight. Golden Gator Marching Band performing. Coming up in the second half, Greg will be taking the opening kickoff, opening possession. Your keys as to what we need to do.
Well, Brian, the way we moved the ball the last drive there, we did a very good job, and I'm just really concerned about overall health. Sometimes you get into a game and everything's working good, say an ankle, and then you get a little time off, it kind of stiffens up. I'm curious to see what Mills does. We try to keep him just on defense. We had to have him that last drive. I imagine Coffee County, from their perspective, trying to keep their guys from saying, hey, how are we behind?
Yeah.
But our kids have got confidence, that's for sure. Last week we were in a similar game. So it'll be interesting. And I want to tell you, watching the game from down there in the field, their FSU commit Cole Minshew, 6'5", 345. He wears it well. I mean, I can
and he's
see
just
why,
a junior.
I can see why he is a top commit just because of his frame. I mean, if he couldn't block anybody, I mean, he wears 345 well.
Right.
So I can see why he's a sought-after recruit, that's for sure. But, yeah, they got some big kids, but those running lanes are there. They got talent. We got talent. It'll be very interesting. And it really looks like from the field, you know, almost a David versus Goliath. I know we got some big kids too, but, you know, you like to play the David versus Goliath angle and get your guys fired up, and just a lot of fun.
All right, thank you, Greg Sermons. Let's listen again to the Golden Gator Marching Band. 17-14 your score. Ware leading Coffee here at the half. Memorial Stadium, a packed visitor side. Sea of white as Trojans did a whiteout thing. And almost packed home side. Of course, I see some of the white into the what used to be the home plate side of Memorial Stadium, if you will. So they're more than just over there, and standing as well. They have gotten their money's worth tonight. A 17-14 game here at the half. As the Gator Marching Band finishes up its halftime presentation, let's take a 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Gator Football.
Browning's Medical Arts Pharmacy has a long tradition of excellence in community care. Let registered pharmacist Kenny McCarthy and his staff fill your prescription needs with competency and courtesy. Delivery is just part of our service, and we accept Medicare Part D, State of Georgia, and Medicaid prescription insurance plans. Browning's has a large selection of Watkins products, including a variety of flavorings, and they have Fashion ID jewelry. Browning says, go Gators.
Waycross Heating and Cooling, your Carrier dealer, reminds you it's time to get your unit checked out to avoid problems later. And when your present system just won't cut it anymore, let Jeff Wade install a new Carrier heat pump and see how much you can save on your power bill. Call 285-2303 or stop by Waycross Heating and Cooling at 1801 State Street in Waycross. And remember, there's nothing better than a Carrier.
Hi, this is Neil Bennett from Wilbur James Tire Pros. It's that time of year again, football season. You know what that means. More tailgates, more carpooling to practices and away games. Basically, more use out of your car. It's the time when you need your vehicle and tires to be performing at their peak. Whether you need a new set of tires, an oil change, brake service, alignment, or scheduled maintenance, we'll get the job done right the first time. For service you can trust, visit Wilbur James Tire Pros in Waycross today or go online at wilburjamestylepros.com.
Thinking about redecorating? Lee Hardware says maybe changing up your wall color, even on the outside? Create ambiance you can't wait to come home to with rich, beautiful colors from Valspar Medallion Premium Interior and Exterior Paints. They're available at Lee Hardware and Building Supply in Waycross. Lee Hardware is a family-owned business. They feature a complete selection of lumber, millwork, and related building materials. And, of course, famous Valspar paint. Lee Hardware says, go Gators!
Faster is what faster does. And with Vive Internet, faster means speeds up to 25, 50, even 105 megabits per second. The fastest in town. Do everything online faster. A mountain of homework? Done. Downloading HD movies? Bust out the popcorn. Game day streaming? Game on. Now get 25 for $49.99. That's up to 25 megabits per second internet for just $49.99 a month. Call 855-565-VYVE or visit ViveBroadband.com.
Vive Broadband is a proud sponsor of tonight's game between the Gators and Coffee County. And with speeds up to a mind-boggling 105 megabytes per second, Vive is also the official sponsor of Crazy Fast Internet.
Home isn't where you live. It's where people understand you. It's a connection to the things that really matter. At First Southern Bank, we understand what it means to live and work in our community and what our community means to the people and businesses that live here. We're your old friend and neighbor, but with a new name and a renewed dedication to the one place that matters most to all of us, home. Proud supporter of Ware County Gators football. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
WKUB Blackshear Waycross. Wendy Maddox of Cobblestone Realty knows the local markets and will listen to your particular needs. Call Wendy at 912 281-7781.
We appreciate all of our Gator football sponsors this season: Bone and Joint Institute, Crawford Jewelers, Southeast Mower and Saw Shop, Farmers and Builders Ace Hardware, United First Federal, Eagle Pawn, Robbie Robertson Ford, Browning's Medical Arts Pharmacy, Waycross Heating and Air, Wilbur James Tire Pro, Community United Federal Credit Union, Lee Hardware, Vive Broadband, Ag South, First Southern Bank, The Body Shop, Carolina Skiff, Walker Jones Flash Foods, Prime South Bank, and Wendy Maddox. We also appreciate the businesses for their donations in the hospitality suite up here in the press box. This week, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Domino's, KFC, Kroger, Subway, Zaxby's, an all-star lineup. Also a special salute to Dick's Wings, a big supporter of Ware County Gator football. Coming up tomorrow at the Heritage Center, it's the Heritage Gathering Celebration, celebrating Native American culture. And you're invited. All types of activities, music and dancing, demonstrations. Admission is free. There's art activities for the kids as well. Located on North Augusta Avenue in Waycross, it's the Heritage Gathering Celebration, celebrating Native American culture tomorrow from 10 a.m. till 6:30 p.m. You can call them for more information tomorrow at 285-4260. And also a big salute to Central Baptist Church for feeding the team and the cheerleaders tonight as part of the FCA. Clay Thomas, before the second half kickoff, what's up?
So my thoughts going into the second half, I saw a glimpse of Coffee County getting a little worn down at the end of the second quarter, the very end, the last 3 minutes. And if we can keep it in a dogfight, that may not be a bad place for us to be, because I believe at the end of the fourth quarter, the faster, leaner, quicker team might have the advantage over, the guys that are at 330 pounds. That's a big advantage, but 330 pounds begins to add up after 4 quarters of humid football. So I hope we can wear them down and get to that point. We've got to remember as well, though, Quay Taylor's out. And he's not coming back for this game, and we wish him the best moving forward, but he definitely won't be back for this game. So we've got to make sure that we've got all of the adjustments to take care of him, both defensively and offensively. But at halftime, I'm sure they could work on those things. And then once again, proud of Tom Etheridge. Those 3 points could be a big help for us as this game goes on.
17-14, Ware leading Coffee. Quickly down to Scott.
Well, it may come down to that field goal, Clay. You're exactly right. And I like the way Etheridge is carrying himself right now. He's no pressure on himself. So he's concentrating on the game, no pressure, buddy.
Both teams mistake-free so far, and that's important as well. I think both teams have defenses that would capitalize otherwise. We proved that 2 weeks ago. Ford boots it for Coffee. Down to Belcher at the 15-20. Looking for some blocking. Stutter steps through. 35, 40, and down there at the 44-yard line. So just some team blocking in front of Jarvis. And it looks like he's going to go down around the 25. No, he squirts on through behind his blocker, gets up to the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 Gators.
And squirts on through might be the best way to say. I mean, to tell you, he always looks like he's about to be down, and then he just shoots off in another little direction and makes a slight adjustment. And the next thing you know, he's got a new 15 yards picked up.
Very deceiving, you're right. It's come in handy over the years. At the 44, 1st and 10 Ware, up by 3. Mills is out there with Falk in the backfield. More of a pro set look. We've run this tonight. Handoff to Falk. He gets hit immediately by that 43 guy. He is all over the place. Burke, after a yard gain by Falk. We've just been trying to run some lead blocking out of almost a stunted pro set type delivery to the defense, but Burke had free reign on Falk that time.
Blaine Harper gives up 100 pounds to the nose guard, easy 100 pounds, and he is cutting him and cutting him and cutting him. Tonight, the devotion was on David and Goliath, and Blaine told me tonight, he goes, I always like the story of David and Goliath. I feel a lot like David.
Well, Coach Stevens even used that on the pregame. At the 45, 2nd and 9. And, oh, man, we get plastered. I'm not sure what that was, what Holman was trying to do, but we just lost yardage, 3 or 4.
We faked that jet sweep, but it almost sent like maybe the jet sweep had passed us by before we could, maybe we were trying to get it to him, and Belcher came through too quickly, but that was certainly a busted play.
Loss of 3 on that. Brings up 3rd and 12. 17-14, Ware leading, but we're in danger of going 3 and out on our first offensive series of the second half. Up to the line we come. Falk is your fullback. Josh Johnson up top. Holman under center this time. Fakes a toss, looks to keep it, and again it looks a little busted, and he gets a yard, and that's it. The white jersey's just all over him, including Andre Heller. And we're going to have to punt on 4th and 11. At our own 43-yard line, 17-14 Ware, but we were really flat in that first series.
Let's see if Schuyler can continue to be consistent with his punting. So far, he's done an excellent job.
Walker back deep for the Trojans. He's standing at his own 28-yard line. Dixon stands at our 30. He boots it. Nice kick. Fair catch called for by Walker, and he drops the ball, and we jump on it. I think Ken Jackson has it. Let's see.
They can give us an indication. The Gator players say it's ours.
It is ours.
Kent Jackson, I believe, jumped on it. Yeah.
You're right, Brian. Kent Jackson.
At the 22-yard line, I had just said that neither team has made a mistake tonight, and that's the first one. Let's see if the offense can capitalize on it. At the 22-yard line of the Trojans, a botched punt return by the Trojans have given the guys in green a new life.
And that's exactly what we needed. A random football comes out onto the field, though. I don't know how that happens.
Now we got a spare football on the field.
We're just going to play with one tonight.
He tosses it back out of there. 1st and 10 Gators on the right hash, going right to left. Under center. Holman, handoff. Mills trying to go right side. Turns it up. He's got 5 and down to the 17. Just trying his best. Diedrich is not only running against the defense, he's running against his own injury as well.
You can tell he's hard to make cuts. He can run north and south fine, but as far as cutting, it's very, and you see now he's hobbling off again.
But he's trying to adjust to it best he can, and he just got his 5 then. Diedrich, of course, combines power with speed. That's why the colleges are looking at him so closely.
Yeah, he was at Florida last weekend.
At the 17. 2nd and 5. Handoff on the sweep. Coming around. Belcher coming around left side. 15, 10, 5, and they jerk him out at the 1-yard line. Maybe 2. Yeah. Oh, somebody made a saving tackle. Number 3, and one of their captains, Williams. Belcher showed us his acceleration and that speed.
And that drop punt might ultimately turn out to be just a real big problem for Coffee County. This seems to give us just a bit of energy. Now Stevens is on the field, and there's a penalty down.
I was going to say we seem to have a penalty here.
Yeah, we got one.
So now it's coming back. All of that, I still don't see it.
Yeah, it's off the left side.
On the whole other side of the play, nowhere close to the play.
Yep.
Mark off against Ware, and it's a biggie. Chop block again.
Yep.
To the 31-yard line, so nullify the good Belcher run to the 2. We have it 2nd and forever at their 31-yard line. We're up by 3 points. We're trying to capitalize on a fumbled punt return. Holman at the 31. Under center looks to the sidelines now to get the play called in. This is very popular with offenses these days. Check out the defense first, then call the play. They had the 31. Straight handoff, quick hitter, Falk, and he goes down after a yard. Goes down hard.
Even get in a position, for a field goal down here, but listen, with dealing with 2nd and a mile, it's tough to work with.
They're actually going to give Falk a couple of yards. Yeah, giving 3. He just tried a wham play right straight up the gut.
Well, Burke stood him up in the hole, and, Falk's just a handful.
3rd down forever. Snap, play action, rolls, throws off his back foot, in and out of the hands of Caleb Johnson down around the 10. Williams down there defending. Caleb had a chance through it. He might have gotten a fingertip on it.
All right, we're coming out for a long one, Brian.
Wow.
And we put a lot of confidence in the effort. A little bit of wind blowing his way to help him.
Well, the thing is, if you miss it, it goes to the 20. So, of course, you got to be mindful of attempted block as well. This will be a 45-yarder.
Look at the wind again, Brian.
Yeah, I see it.
If you're sitting in the end zone, just blow as hard as you can. We need some help.
I'm here.
Call it 44. Good snap and set. It's up and off to the left. Had the distance.
A real low snap.
Low snap, but a line drive kick with the distance, but off to the left. So Coffee avoids anything bad off that fumble punt. They get it back on offense at their own 20, trailing 17-14 to Ware. Third period, 8:16 left in this game in the third period. What will the Trojans do on offense here? They have stunted quarterbacks tonight. They have used not only Paulk, but they've used Ashley as well. Ashley is a sophomore. They're staying with Paulk on this drive. They're senior from their own 20. From the gun, Paulk. Play action's got his man over on a slant and down at the 38. Gain of 18 yards for Trey Bryant.
That's one of those where they just kind of out chest matches in that we bring both of our linebackers and they...
Yeomans is down.
Yeah, Yeomans is slow to get up.
Made the tackle and he is stung on the left arm.
Yeah.
Or his hand or something. Burke comes in, Burley.
And it looks like number 8 is coming in.
8 is out there. DeAndre Taylor, who played well against Manatee. So gain of 18, chains move on the slant to Bryant. Paulk in the pistol here. Handoff to the tailback. Davis, stutter steps through, puts down, drives hard to the 44. Just taking his time. Gets 6 yards.
We had him in the backfield Brian. He broke the block, so that's stuff we're not going to have to give up here in the third quarter.
Now they're in a hurry up.
Yep.
They split 2 wide right. That's Ashley and Bryant. Paulk in the backfield in the gun with Davis. Snap to him, hand off there. He keeps it around the left side. 45, midfield, 45, 40, and out of bounds. Great fake by Tyree Paulk to Davis. We bit on the fake. It's amazing I didn't bite on the fake.
Yeah, and they've seemed to turn around the momentum, and we've got some injuries that are catching up with us now. One of the things we have to figure out is who's going to be our long snapper because Yeomans is out, and he is our long snapper.
At the 39 of the Gators, 1st and 10, Coffee. Ware leading 17-14, but the Trojans mounting a drive. From the pistol, handoff, Davis dancing up the gut and gets a couple, just leaning in. Paulk in there on the tackle.
And so we're bringing in now Urban Nard.
Gain is close to the 37, 2nd down and 8. 17-14 Ware, but here comes Coffee. At our 38-yard line. Snap. Tyree rolls. Throws hard. Incomplete. Just missed Brian out here on the 30-yard line. We had DeAndre Taylor defending.
Once again, they're making substitutions, a lot of substitutions. Not out of someone being tired, but they see something they don't like, and they immediately bring them over them to try to coach them up on the sidelines. We're working number 18, Jacob Hendricks, on the sidelines to be ready to be our long snapper as well.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:48 left. 3rd down, in the third that is. 3rd down, 8. 17-14 Ware. Crowd to its feet, trying to get a D stop here. Quads on the right. Tyree Paulk goes back to the left. We try to corral him, and we do. We sack him at the 39-yard line. Paulk in there. Terrence Dukes on the tackle.
Just reaches out with one hand and grabs him by the shirt and brings him down.
Loss of a yard. Everything was looking to the right. They had quad receivers on the right, ran back to the left on really a boot, but it did not fool the Gator D. So a forced punt situation. Now remember, Paulk does that. Look where the ball is. 39-yard line of Ware. I'm sure we're mindful of this. It is 4th and 10, however. We're acting like we want to come after him. Then we back off. It is a fake. Coming around to the right side. He's going to try to get a block. Flag goes down, and we get him down at the 35, so they don't make it, and I think they're going to be a foul on Coffee. Anyway.
Decline it. We need to decline
No, it'll be declined, that's for sure. So they did try the fake.
And Mr. Mills would have none of it. He saw it coming, and he came up, and he took care of that business.
Blocking the back against Coffee is declined. First down, Ware at our own 35-yard line. So we're protecting a narrow 17-14 lead with 5.5 minutes or thereabouts left to end this third period.
Brian and Clay down here, we're looking for a long snapper. Jacob Hendricks is warming up down here right now, number 18. Looks mighty young, but he's pretty strong at the long snap.
So at the 35-yard line of Ware, 1st and 10, the offense has got to put something together. Holman under center from the left hash, going right to left. Out of the wing tee. Handoff Chapman looking around the right side, and they just trip him up. He manages to get about 3 yards off sheer effort. They actually had him tripped in the backfield for about a yard loss, but Chapman put his head down, got a little over 3.
And Brian, if you can, just one time take a pause and watch our center, Blaine Harper. He's so undersized. He is the scrappiest football player I think I've ever seen in high school football. He will get after you. He's like a little chihuahua at your ankles.
2nd down 7, 14 points for Coffee, 17 for Ware. Little inside cross buck Belcher. He looks back, getting driven up the field by one of the linebackers coming in to make the hit was Grady. And Belcher wound up at the 43-yard line where it'll be 3rd and 2.
Look who the lead blocker was in, Clay.
Yeah, but I love that kid. I love watching him play. Little blonde-headed guy, looks just as innocent as he could be. But he is a scrappy football player, maybe at 165 pounds.
Well, he took on the nose guard, held him up 1,001, 1,002, and then found him another block.
Inside cross buck, nets yardage 3rd and 2 at our own 43. We're up by 3 points. Holman, handoff, Mills trying to go right side. They're keying on him. They're going to throw him for a loss. Back at the 40-yard line.
And he's not really able to accelerate. I think you got to bring on the punt team.
Oh, yeah. 4th down, they're going to say at the 41. So loss of only a couple, but still we needed the 45. So 4th and 4.
Yep.
And the punt team comes on, and, yeah, Hendricks will be doing that.
Yep. Just to make sure, we need to bring that punter up maybe 2 steps.
You got to remember, this is a different punter as well.
Yeah.
Burley late getting on the field, trying to cover the end at the 41. Punting situation, we do bring the punter up.
There we go.
Low snap to him, rolls it, but he punts a boomer. Oh, a boomer. Oh, it's going to take too much of a bounce, and we can't get it. No. Goes in the end zone. So Dixon has it rolled back to him. I don't know if the adrenaline got in his leg or what, but he just kicked a booming punt. Wow. So technically, that'll be 59 yards.
That's a great punt. I'm not sure the coach is addressing somebody on the team. I'm not sure what he's addressing, but the kick just outran our coverage.
Yeah, we were getting close.
About that.
We were getting close to try to down it inside the 5, but just could not reach it. It was taking too much of a Gator roll. So 1st and 10 on the touchback for Coffee with 3:35 left in the third. 17-14 Ware, and they go back on O. Talk stays in at quarterback. At the 20. Sears in now. Snap to him from the pistol. Hand off to a different back. That might have been Swinson, and we just stuff him right there. No gain.
Good penetration there by the Gators.
Yeah, Mills on the tackle. Swinson carried. No gain. 2nd and 10. Tommy Palmer scoreboard coming your way at 10 o'clock or at the conclusion of this game. It's beginning to look more like this game may go past 10. What happened to the running, keeping the clock going? It is rolling right now, 3 minutes and change. From the gun, Polk back to pass, looking to flare it out somewhere. Throws a screen complete at the 15-20. That's Wilkerson, left side, hurdles the guy, first down, and gets all the way up to the 37. Watch a penalty.
Flag is down in the area of either a legal man downfield or maybe holding.
Holding.
It's a screen. It's got to be holding.
It's got to be. There you go.
Let's go down to Scott.
Oh, man, that was obvious then, you know. That was a good misdirection play, though, but it took too long to develop, guys, because the Gator speed, like you say, are starting to show right now. Substitutions right now is going to be the biggest part of the Gators' defense, and we're going to see how much heart they got in this, 2 minutes, 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Here we go.
Holding the call, so that'll be backing them up to the 10-yard line.
Guess who that was? That was Heller, usually a defensive man going both ways for Coffee County right now on that call.
At the 10, it is second down and 20. 17-14 Ware, but Coffee with the ball. Snap the ball, rolls. Oh, it's a draw. Little delay handoff. We stay with him. Gain of 5, though. Well, we converge quickly. Reed coming in. It was a draw to Davis.
Reed wasn't fooled on that. He stayed at home.
It was a nice play by the O. You're right. It looks like our speed is beginning to show that it is not depleting. So our guys are staying right with them.
2 starters from our secondary missing.
Giving to the 17, third down, 13. Polk puts Wilkerson in motion. Now he sets him. Polk handoff. This is Davis coming around left side looking for some blocking, and we hit him. And I thought maybe we made him drop the ball, but we just knocked him out there for very little gain, maybe 3 yards, and that was it. It looked like it was going to develop, but again, our speed came up on that right corner. Chapman and company.
Chapman knocked him out of the bounds backwards. That's why he gave up the running.
I saw that.
That was awesome.
I thought he gave up the ball for a second.
You almost did, Brian.
Fourth down, 10, so they're forced to punt. Now, last time they ran a fake, they won't here, I guarantee.
No.
Fourth down, Polk goes back to punt. Pelcher is at the 50-yard line for the Gators. 2 minutes exactly in the third left. Good snap, no rush. A little bit of a rush. Knuckleball. Belcher's going to have to let it go.
No.
At the 40-yard line of the Gators. He wanted to try to field it. Wisely just ran along with it. At the 40, so 10 yards on the roll. Gators take over on offense, and again, we're looking for something. We're kind of banged up. We're missing players. Some of the players who are playing are banged up.
What about Bowles, Brian and Clay? We hadn't called Bowles.
He's had limited action tonight. He has.
Wow.
Let's see if he's in this bunch of guys. Yes, he's out there.
Good.
And they've got Yeomans on the sideline where they're trying to get him to throw the ball to loosen it up so maybe he can get back to long snapper.
He's got a stinger.
Yeah, it looked like that. At the 39-yard line from the right hash, 17-14 Ware. Handoff. This may be Bowles coming around from the right halfback position. Might have gotten 2 yards. This Belcher, rather. He stayed on his feet, but they blew the whistle. Belcher's balance is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's always like he's on a tightrope, and he's always up to some kind of magic.
Now Bowles comes out. So gain of 2 for Jarvis on that carry. Second down and 8. Clock is running with 1:24 left. 17-14 Ware. How long can you go protecting a 3-point lead against this Trojan team? Chapman in motion stops, look to the sidelines. And Holman has operated under center most of the night here. Now he's making more of a modified wing tee. From the 41, hands off to Belcher, who's looking for something. Gets hit at the 43. And really has nowhere to go from there. Giving to that, though. Tackle in there, Garrett.
That's a tough ride for Belcher in between tackles because he's probably, Brian, what do you say, 145, 150 pounds. And between tackles is not a place where he can camp out for too long.
Third down, 6 at the 43 of the Gators. This may very well be the last play of the third period. 17-14 Ware. Falk is in at your fullback. They like to run a waggle out of this. Let's see. At the 43, he resets Belcher. Holman under center. Fakes it to him, rolls right. Oh, they're going to blitz. He's going to break away, though. Holman's dancing around, not to the first down marker. Goes down at the 47. I thought he might get it. He needed the 49. They had him sacked back there for about a 10-yard loss, and he managed to get out of that.
His big guard, Monquez Maxwell, who pulled around to pull for him, to block for him in the pass, was almost a little bit too deep, and I don't think he had a throw in motion to lay out there because his pulling guard was too close to him.
When time resumes, it'll be 4th and 2 at our own 47-yard line. Final period of play, forthcoming, 17-14, Ware leading, 60-second break, and you're listening to Gator Football.
Once again, the Body Shop of Waycross sets the standard of excellence and leads the way in new technology by being the first shop in this area to use a PPG environmentally friendly, high-performance waterborne paint system. This new waterborne paint system has excellent, accurate color matching. We are your insurance-approved collision specialist and offer 24-hour towing and after-hour claims assistance, too. The Body Shop of Waycross, Brunswick Highway. Call 285-3840.
Start living the skiff life today with America's #1 selling boat brand, Carolina Skiff. Affordable, durable, and versatile, our full line of all-purpose, all-composite boats will keep you focused on enjoying your time on the water. And with Carolina Skiff's fuel-efficient hull designs, you'll get more fun for your money for years to come. See your Carolina Skiff dealer today or visit carolinaskiff.com for more information. Go anywhere, do anything in a Carolina Skiff.
WKUB Blackshear Waycross. Whether you're looking for your dream home or looking to sell your current home, call Wendy Maddox at Cobblestone Realty, 912-281-7781.
4th down 2. Yeoman's back in for the long snap. Dixon stands at his 33. Nobody back deep for Coffee. I don't know if they believe it, but we do kick it. And we kick it long, and we're going to really get in and cover it. And it takes a great Gator roll. This time, we're going to be able to down it around the 8-yard line. And who's down there but Yeomans?
Yes, Skylar Dixon's had a fantastic night punting the ball, and that's something, like I said, we've not had that consistency early in the year. And I think Skylar Dixon's won himself a punting job.
So Coffee has made one mistake tonight when they fumbled a punt reception. They can ill afford to make a mistake down here now. They're deep in their own territory. I think this is their worst starting field position of the evening. Now they're on 8-yard line, trailing 17-14 to Ware. So we come up on D. Their O will be going right to left in their white jerseys. And the 8. 1st and 10. Snap, Falk, handoff, Davis. He had a little burst, and we closed it down quickly, courtesy of Stephen Wright for a gain of maybe 2.
And you see again why the University of Tennessee and others are so high on Stephen Wright. He's got that wingspan that can just reach out and grab anybody.
That's huge.
It is.
You know, I think of great defensive players
like
over
Javon
the years.
Kearse.
You know who comes to my mind immediately?
Who's that?
You mentioned him a few weeks ago. Marcus Stroud.
Yeah.
That long reach.
The wingspan.
Gain of only 1. 2nd down and 9. At the 9-yard line of the Trojans. And this is Ashley in. He keeps it after faking it. He's got some running room. We finally finish him off, but not before he gets close to the 25-yard line. He made a great fake. We had to come up with Chapman to make a saving tackle, and look at that. All of a sudden, they're out of a hole up to their 24-yard line. Now we got Reed hobbling off.
Yep. Nard coming in. Nard coming off of a concussion in the Manatee game.
Yeah, the 24. They move early.
Yeah, he jumped.
Sears just jumped the count. Now you got a different quarterback in. You have Ashley in at quarterback now, and you know, although they're probably used to that rotation, they can still throw things off a little bit with the different personalities calling the signals, and that time it told on itself. Back them up 5 to the 19. It'll be 1st and 15, 17-14. Ware leading Coffee. 10:54 clock running left in this game. Coffee puts, well, they keep Ashley in, I believe, at quarterback. They're late getting the receiver set. Now they're swapping sides. Ashley puts Sears in motion from the 19, back to pass. We rush him. He got a man wide open at the 19, and we shut him down. He lunges for the 23, and that's the best that Tyree Polk can do as a receiver. We ran a blitz on Ashley. It was amazing that he managed to get that ball out of there.
And the ability, they did almost like a double screen where a screen was open on both sides of the field, and he looked one way and then threw back the other way. Kent Jackson makes a wonderful open field tackle on a very gifted athlete.
You know, he did that in the Valdosta scrimmage, making great open field tackles. From the 23, snap to Ashley, throws it underneath. Little comeback on the bubble screen, and we hit him, and a loss of a couple on the receiver. That was Polk again, and that was Sims coming up.
Keyshawn Sims answering. Keep in mind, we've got out of the game right now, we have Quay Taylor. Out of the game right now, we have Yeomans, but everybody's stepping up. If a man goes down, there's Ware County Gators that are answering the call.
Three-man punt was we're back to at the 23, 3rd and 11. Coffee tries to draw us off, and then Ashley looks to the sideline, the crowd to its feet, cheering on the Ed Flowers Gator D, if you will. From the pistol, Ashley back to pass. Looks like he wants to throw it out, and he does to the left. Intercepted. Yeah. DeAndre Taylor at the 40, 35-30. He's got blockers. 25-20, 15, 10, 5. DeAndre scores.
This is one of our guys that we've had to ask to come in to fill in. And fill in he does. 23-14. Ware County is now on top by 9 as they look to make this a 10-point game. Still 9 minutes left, and this the fourth quarter. Plenty of football still to play, but I'm here to tell you, he comes up big. DeAndre Taylor, not one of our starters. He's just had to answer the call. Pick 6 with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, credit him a 40-yard, maybe 42-yard on his backwards momentum after making that INT. Our third pick 6. It's a fake. Oh, and they're going to flag us. Beautiful play from Yeomans to Caleb Johnson, but they're going to call us procedure. Penalty markers down on the point after attempt. Wow. Our third pick 6 over 2 ball games here.
That's awesome.
Offsides against Ware is the call. So now you'll see a 1-point conversion attempt, most likely. Coach Stevens says, puts his hand on his hip. I can't believe it, because it was going to work.
He was there. There we go. Into the wind. A little chip shot, though.
Don't say that. Falk to hold, Etheridge to try. After the penalty, good snap and set. It's up. And it's good. 24-4, Ware leading with 9 minutes left over Coffee. 60-second timeout. You're listening to Gator Football.
Joey is an award-winning armchair quarterback.
Oh, come on. Run the ball like I told you.
A champion that recognizes the need for speed.
My mama can run faster than that.
So when Joey heard that he could buy gas and merchandise fast with the award-winning mobile app from Flash Foods on his smartphone, naturally he was...
That's what I'm talking about.
Check prices and save money on gas. Get things for the game and get in and out in a flash with Go Blue Mobile Pay.
Touchdown! Go Gators!
The award-winning money-saving mobile app from Flash Foods. Bring out the award winner in you. Visit flashfoods.com today.
Brian Pierce 14, Cook County 10, fourth quarter.
All right, thank you, Ray Williamson, back at the radio station. Don't forget about Tommy Palmer coming your way at 10 o'clock or the conclusion of this game, whichever is later. Here it's 24-14, Ware leading Coffee. A pick 6 by DeAndre Taylor up around the 40-yard line. He had to go in front of the receiver to make it. He did it perfectly. His momentum carried him up around the 43. He backed up. He weaved his way. Let me tell you, this Gator D, they love to play offense.
They do.
Because they formed the blocks perfectly on that INT reception for a touchdown.
Too early to think about the clock, guys?
Yeah, just 9 minutes. They have 3 timeouts. So Etheridge tees it up on the right hash. And he boots it long down the middle of the field. This may be Davis taking it at the 10, 15, 20. And we corral him up around the 23-yard line. So we showed like we were going to kick it down that right side. Instead, we kicked it longer. And we got him in the average field position area, Clay, and that's important. For one thing, we have an opportunistic defense. We know that. We've seen it already this year. You want to be in a position where the other team wants to play catch-up, has to play catch-up, where you can take advantage of that.
Yeah, if you think about it, we play a 3-3-5. What's the advantage to that? You got more or less 5 defensive backs
Absolutely.
on the field around the clock.
Confusing.
Yeah, and just we're begging you to throw the ball down the field because we got all of our athletes. So if this front 6 can take care of business, even just keep them to 2 and 3 and 4 yards, make them throw the football.
I think you're right. Short gains will be somewhat meaningless in just a few minutes. From the pistol, handoff Swinson around the right side, trying to find some blocking. We shut it down after maybe 2 or 3, just that big bulk, white jerseys trying to block out in front of him, but we sit there, and Sims coming up, getting off the bottom, and got up to the 26-yard line, giving 3, second down 7.
Just don't give up the big play, keep it in front of you, and let our guys in the secondary just do their thing.
At the 26 or just across it, 24-14, the official stop play now. Ware leading this game, 8:26 left. We're trying to get set on defense. We're flopping Keyshawn from left to right now. He's showing blitz. They flare it out, wide receiver screen, and we get Williams before you can get started. That's Taylor again, coming up around the 32, so he's a yard shy of a first down. But again, the guys in green doing a good job of keeping everything in front of him.
Number 8, DeAndre Taylor's wanting to make a name for himself tonight.
Well, he started against Manatee. He was doing good. I'll tell you something in just a minute. At the 32, and you'll remember this. From the pistol, we're showing blitz. We back off. Falk and and it's a trick play, handoff, or rather direct snap to Swinson. He's going to get the first down up to the 36. It was one of those where everybody looks to the sidelines as in confused, and they direct snapped it to Swinson. He got the first down, chains move. He only needed 1, and he got about 3 up to the 36. So Robbie Pruitt even pulling out the trick play from the pistol. Paul back to pass, rolls right, fires on the run, complete to Williams. He breaks 1, he breaks 2, then the 1 that he broke comes back and gets him, but not before he gets 10 yards. Burley on the tackle up around the 46. That might be close enough for a measurement. Let's see. No, I was going to mention.
See, I remember Jordan Turner starting. I didn't know that DeAndre played.
DeAndre played as well. I listened to the tape.
Oh, okay.
But in addition to that, you remember when Manatee was trying to come back and we bottled up one of their scat backs who looks like Belcher, that number 3 Price guy. And 2 of our guys just stood there and watched him dance. And then they creamed him. One of those guys was DeAndre.
I got you.
To me, that was
sometimes I'm known to nap during games. I'm not napping during this one.
No, I had to go back and listen to see who it was that did that. They're short by an inch or 2. Or a foot.
About a foot, Brian.
Second down, inches. They've already pulled a trick play out to get a first down. Now they just need inches. Let's see if they burn one here long. It's not uncommon for teams to do that on second and very, very short. At the 46-yard line of Coffee, 7:15 left in the game. Clock is stopped, 24-14 Ware leads. Coffee needs 2 possessions. Ware's trying everything we have to keep them from doing that.
And playing crippled, Brian.
Very crippled. We have some folks out, and then some of the folks who are in are walking wounded.
Yeah, they are.
At the 46-yard line of the Trojans, 3rd and inches, I should say. That's what they're showing anyway.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep, that's right, Brian.
Snap to Paul. Toss around the right side to Davis. That's the first. And we stop him right at the first down marker. I don't know if he got it.
I don't know, Brian. It looks close to me. I don't think he made any progress.
I think they were pretty generous on that side of the field.
And they did.
Yeah.
Man.
Chains move, gain of half a yard, and put it closer to the 47. Yeah. Well, not much closer. Just across the 46.
Right.
1st and 10. 7:02 clock running. 24-14 Ware leading. Coffee with the ball. From the right hash going right to left. Loaded backfield for Paul. Paul, handoff. This is Davis looking through. He's got running room now.
Oh.
Down, hit hard at the 45 by Chapman. Somebody grabbed him from behind. I think that was Nard.
That was
Chapman
Nard.
came up and really plowed Davis, but not before he got 8 yards down to our 45-yard line.
And that clock is ticking, but if you're keeping up at home, it's not ticking fast enough.
No, we're just midway in this fourth period, and they're mounting a drive on us here, keeping it on the ground. Second down from the 45. Handoff Davis again.
Nothing.
This time we hit him, and he reaches and he lunges for about 4 yards.
He got the first down.
To the 41 and a first down.
Yeah.
So gain of 4. Yard marker guy even runs into the chains guy.
And you know Coach Pruitt's reluctant to put that ball in the air again because of what happened last time. But it seems like there's a lot of chicken still left on this bone, and this game's going to tick on forever.
Clock stopped on the chains moving. First down at our 41. We're up by 10 points. Now the officials stop play.
Yep.
They should be getting close to a water break.
Yeah, it should be. But they're looking to the sideline.
Let's see what the discussion is. They're looking to the coffee sidelines.
They're looking to the chain marker.
Okay.
You know, Coffee uses that system, the flashcard system.
Right.
Where they have a Falcon symbol, a Patriot symbol, an Oregon symbol, and they all look to that sideline to see what the flashcard says.
And at the 41-yard line of the Gators, 24-14, we lead with 6:13 left, clock running. Coffee on offense, though, from a gun, trips left. One setback is Sears with Falk. Now he talks to his center. Now he's back again in the gun. Falk. A little reverse to Davis. He gets around us at the 40. 35-30. He gets dragged from behind at the 25-yard line. They want a horse collar, and they're going to get it.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to put them down at about the 12.5 before it's over. Well, they ran a beautiful little reverse, just a little toss. We were right on it, but Davis's speed managed to avoid Nard and Wright. Horse collar is the call against Ware at the 25. Should be half the distance to the goal, I would imagine. Plenty of time left in this game. 5:49 left.
That's going to hurt.
And it's set down. We'll call it the 12. 1st and 10. You remember we've been stagnant on offense most of the night. Coffee, plenty of time left in this game with 3 timeouts left and 5:49.
They've had the ball for over 3.5 minutes.
Maybe a turnover.
And our 12. Handoff on an end around. We bottle it up, and then Andrew Davis manages to get only a loss of about 3 back to the 15. We had him around the 20.
Our man in pursuit had the offensive lineman had a whole big handful of jersey, and Stevens ran out to the field holding his own shirt, trying to show him that, but he just missed it.
Loss of 5, or 3 rather. Loss of 3. Kent Jackson, Laban Falk on the tackle of Davis. Clock continues to run. We're approaching 5 minutes. 2nd down, 13. Man in motion from the pistol. Falk looks, we rush him. Now he runs, now he throws on the run, complete. He's going to jump in the end zone for a touchdown for Bryant.
Yeah, he just rolled one way, and then when he came back to roll the other, he had all the time in the world. And he had a receiver just standing right by the pylon, no one anywhere near around him to make this a 24-20 game. Still 4 minutes, 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter as Coffee closes the gate here.
And that's clock management by Coffee, and went the other way for us.
Yeah. Point after attempt by Lord. Good snap and set. It's up. And it is good. Hold on, 24-21 we lead, but 4:53 left in this game. 30-second break. You're listening to Gator Football.
Crawford Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1957, is a proud supporter and radio sponsor of the mighty Ware County Gators. Crawford Jewelers was built on quality, integrity, and service. Diamond professionals and GIA graduates are waiting to serve you. Like the Gators, Crawford Jewelers are #1 by Reader's Choice 2013. 24-hour shopping at CrawfordJewelers.net. And go Gators!
Brian, it's Cook 17, Pierce 14 right now.
Sounds like they're in a back and forth here. We're in jeopardy of being in a back and forth. We were up by 10 at one time. We were down by 7 twice. We managed to answer the bell both times on those, then go up and capitalized on a Coffee mistake in the air for another pick six. We had two weeks ago. Now we have one tonight. But Coffee, a very impressive drive down the field, keeping it mainly on the ground, putting it in the air to score the touchdown, though, from Polk to Bryant. Point after good, and we are now leading only by 3. I'm sure it's too early to do an onside kicker anymore.
Yeah.
But then again, Pruitt's already pulled one trick play on us tonight. Lord looks like he's going to do a sky kick. That's a short, very high kick that the special teams tries to get under. Yeah, they're going down the side we like to go down.
Yeah.
This is Belcher coming up the left side, 25, and he slides down around the 30, 31.
This is going to be the longest 4 minutes and 47 seconds of football.
Oh, we got 2 players down. One of the Gators getting up.
Belcher's got up, but not Ashley, one of their quarterbacks.
That is a quarterback that they use a lot on the running and the option.
Yeah, the rotating quarterback is down, Ashley, and they're going to tend to him. Belcher is okay coming off on his own power. Some kind of collision took place over there right at the 30.
Well, it was like another stinger too, Brian. That's what happened to Yeomans. He had to sit out a few plays, even though he's our long snapper. He had numbness in his left hand, and that hurts those stingers.
The ball is at the 33-yard line when play resumes, but they're tending to Jeremiah Ashley, the sophomore, who has played very well at quarterback tonight, alternating with their senior Tyree Falk at that position.
Good blend of quarterbacks there. He'll be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got our own medical staff here willing to help if needed. And they've been a busy group tonight. Got orthopedic surgeon Mark Broderson down here.
They got him up.
They're looking at a knee now and a shoulder.
I think George Wheeler, he's still patrolling the sideline as well. But they've been a busy crew. It's been a mass unit tonight.
Yeah, it has. George's been walking as much as I have tonight.
So you know that they know we don't want to put it up in the air. You'll have 11 guys playing no more than 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. Well, they do put a safety back. Defense for Coffee asking their whiteout fans to rise to the occasion, and they are. Let's see if Ware answers here.
Bowles back in the game, bro.
Gators up to the line at our own 33. Here come the Ware fans. Man in motion's Chapman coming around to the right side, trying to get a block. He can't. He turns it over and gets up to the 38. And again, Burke over there to make the tackle. We had to get a block, had to get a hat on Williams because Williams was about to stop him for a loss. But we did manage to get about 5 on that, maybe 5.5.
It looked like we were going to lose 2 or 3 yards. And somehow or another, he got that corner and just shot through for a good game. We'll take 5 yards every time as the clock ticks, but not fast enough.
Chapman running with determination. Second down, 4 at the 38-yard line of the Gators. 4-12, 4-11, 4-10. Holman under center looking to the sideline, and we move early. Oh, my.
Man.
Procedure is going to be the call.
Yep.
I don't know if we were going to look at a possible trick play there, and it backfired.
Yep.
We might have been looking like we were confused to the sideline to do a snap, but we moved early because I have no other explanation for what just happened. So nullify the run on the penalty. Second down and 9 now.
Same formation, Brian.
At the 34-yard line. Holman hands it to Mills. They know he's going to get it, and they just bottle him up, eat him up. No gain, maybe a loss of a yard. So it's now third down, 9. And actually, they're going to give him back to the line. Timeout, Coffee. Stop the clock, trying to get it back. 3:42 left in the game, 24-21. Ware hanging on, 30-second break, and you're listening to Gator Football.
When it's speed, quality, and reliability that you want and need, but price is also an issue, look no further than Dixie Chopper. Dixie Chopper offers a variety of zero-turn lawnmowers that fit every yard and every budget. See them today at your local Dixie Chopper dealer, Southeast Mower and Saw Shop, 2294 Brunswick Highway, Waycross, behind the mall. Or visit us at DixieChopper.com. Remember, Dixie Chopper is the world's fastest lawnmower, and there's one that's just perfect for your lawn.
Back at Memorial Stadium, Brian Blunt, Clay Thomas, Omar Oliver in the sky in the press box, and down to the field, level with Scott Tanner.
Well, we're going with 3 minutes left in the ball game, Brian. I mean, you talked about it last night, and I've never seen you get too excited before, and you're up on your toes right now. And this 3 points, I don't know, with 3:42 left in there, that's going to be stretching it and asking this very hurt Gator football team to do something that they're going to have a big heart to pull out of right now.
Yeah, especially when you're third 9.5 at your own 32.
Oh, yeah. I mean, see why I was nervous last night, Brian.
Now Holman's under center. Nard in the backfield. We do the inside handoff thing to Chapman. He manages to the 35, and that's it.
Yeah, we do actually a double handoff where we hand it to one running back and he hands it to another. And our coaching staff has got to kind of compose themselves right now and coach and lead these kids. They're very excited right now.
Timeout, Coffee. They spend their second one. They want to do something on this punt here as we're going to be keeping it here, fourth down. Coach Stevens very animated on the sidelines. We just could not quite get the block we needed. You could see it develop on the inside reverse crossbuck for just a second. Couldn't quite finish the drill, and Chapman went down well short of the first down. Actually, they're giving him to the 36, a little more than I thought. We need the 42. But we're going to have to punt as Coffee's called their second timeout. Plenty of time left in this game with 3:32 left.
Even Ware and the officials down right now, Brian, they're having to take a water break.
Punt team comes out. Skylar Dixon's done very well at that. Yeomans is your long snapper here. Coffee's going to get the ball back. Now they fumbled one punt earlier.
Yeah, and they're in a safe position. They're looking for anything funny, any fake or anything like that.
Yep.
They put Williams back at their own 25. Good snap. They come after him, and he boots it. It's going to be a knuckleball. Oh, it does not take. It does not turn over. Yep. Now it takes a little bit of a Gator roll about 5 yards down to their 34-yard line. So here you're not only protecting the end zone, you got to protect the uprights. You don't really want to go into overtime with these guys. Gator fans now going to cheer on the D. Try to get the Coffee offense a little off kilter. Let's see if it works. Paulk comes out as your quarterback, or comes in as your quarterback, I should say. At the 34-yard line of Coffee. 24-21, Ware leading, 3:22 left in the game, one timeout left for Coffee. 3 timeouts left for Ware. From the pistol, Paul, hands off, Davis. Davis drives hard up to the 40. We're having a hard time bringing him down. Oh, he is there. Pull back, that's for sure. Rasheen Collins having to get him from behind.
Here we go. We're slow to get to the line.
Hurry up. Second down 4. Snap. Flag goes down.
Coffee, I think. That's
timeout somebody, or illegal procedure. You're right. Coffee. Well, the crowd is trying its best to be the 12th, 13th, 14th man. That might have just bought us 5 yards right there with the crowd noise. Second down, 9.5.
Every fan is on their feet.
At their own 35-yard line. From the pistol, Tyree Paul. Clock is running, 2:53, 2:52. They're at the 35-yard line. They're really taking their time here. Second down 9. Snap to Paul. Play action. Fades deep down the left side. DeAndre Taylor nods. Call. Wow. At the 32-yard line by Walker.
Not really that bad a defense from us.
I thought Taylor had it, but Walker is taller. He went up higher.
2-foot advantage. I mean, that's a basketball player right there from Coffee County.
At the 32-yard line of the Gators. 1st and 10. 2:33. Clock running. Snap the Paul. Hand off to Davis. Straight up the gut on a little sprint draw. He got maybe to the 29. Clock running. 2:22.
Yeah, they have plenty of time. Time's not going to be an issue for them.
Oh, confusion again.
They're slow getting subs in, though. 2:09, 2:08. At the 29 of Ware. Second down and 7. 24-21 Gators. From the pistol, Tyree. Handoff. This is a different one. This is Sears, who gets through some blocking and down to our 20 in that first down.
So they are definitely within field goal range now, and they're only down by 3. We've got to look for a turnover here. There's no reason that I think they'll put it in the air again. And the official's momentarily looking for a timeout. I think he's going to say something about our band.
Well, the chains moved for one thing on the first down. Actually, the spot's the 21-yard line of Ware. Yeah, they're stopping the band play and 1:55 left in the game. Coffee's coming down the field. We're leading 24-21, but momentum has definitely shifted their way. The Gator fans trying to steal it back.
We need a big turnover, a fumble.
And the 21. Snap to Paul, back to pass. Now he looks like he wants to run. Now he's going to run and get knocked out right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 1:40 left.
He was definitely looking for a short pass here in the outlet. And he just did make it back to the line of scrimmage on that, but he had the option to take it and run too, Brian.
Yeah, Urban Nard chased him across the field but didn't bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was entertaining both.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Urban took the conservative route, did the smart thing.
Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play at the 22, 2nd and 11. Snap, handoff to the tail, bounces outside. He's got outside, 20, 15. We jerk him down at the 14. DeAndre Taylor is saving tackles. Clock continuing to run, 1:30, 1:29.
Yeah, DeAndre Taylor saved us there. We were out of our spot at linebacker, and DeAndre just saved the day.
You stop and think about it. They don't want to score too soon, but
nope. One timeout?
Yeah, I think they're on time for their schedule at our 14-yard line. 3rd and 3. Snap. Play action. He's looking to pass it. Now he's going to run to the right. Now he's going to be bottled up. Now he just throws it out of bounds. There's nobody around.
Penalty.
And a penalty marker goes down.
Yeah.
There was no receiver in the end zone at all.
Yeah, that high school rule is very different.
Intentional grounding.
Yeah, that's the second one tonight, Brian.
It's 4th down now, right?
That's right, brother. Yep. And look at the wind. This is what I don't like, and I like the kick from that side of the field because you got that natural hook, Brian.
Okay, it's a spot foul, is it, Clay? Or is it tacked onto that?
So I think what we're going to see here is loss of down.
They got to kick.
So now the kick is on.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be a long kick, Brian.
Can we use all 3 timeouts back to back?
I'm not a proponent of that. That's beyond icing. But dadgummit, let's just get on with this thing.
Look at these orange flags on the poles, guys.
Oh, I know. It's their direction. Look
here.
It's their direction.
But they may not have a kicker that can kick a 43-yard kick.
They don't.
Timeout. They're using their last timeout.
Man, that's us. That's us.
Timeout on the field. Right. We're going to take a quick break, 30 seconds, and that's it. Timeout. You're listening to Gator Football.
Interior beauty.
Even better.
It's the new paint studio at Ace.
Believe it.
Luxurious color from Valspar Optimus and Valspar Aspire.
It's a colortropolis.
Exclusively at Ace.
Be sure and stop by and meet Ham Parr, your new paint manager in Nahana, and see Ian McFadden in the paint studio in Blackshear.
Ace is a place to help the hardware folks. Helpful is beautiful.
At participating stores.
WKUB, Blackshear Waycross. While interest rates are still low, now's the time to buy or sell your home. Call Wendy Maddox at Cobblestone Realty, 912-281-7781.
And here is what we're facing. Coffee is 4th down. They have to get to the 11-yard line of the Gators for a first. 59 seconds left in the game. 24-21, Ware leading. And they're going for it. Traditionally, Coffee has had a very strong kicking game, but even for a strong kicker, this would be quite a haul. It would be like a 48-yarder.
We're in a mega prevent.
Well, you don't want him to get a first down or a touchdown.
Yeah, Dedrick Mills is... Okay, we're going to take a timeout now.
Timeout where we took a look at what they were setting up. And we spent one of our first ones. It is our first one spent of the half. 24-21, Ware leading. 30-second timeout. We'll catch our breath. You're listening to Gator Football.
Gator fans, are you looking for a new set of wheels and want a great rate to go with it? Well, look no further. United First Federal Credit Union has rates starting at 1.99 for up to 72 months on new or used vehicles. Terms and conditions apply. Come by our new Waycross office on Memorial Drive and talk to Cindy Hickox, Tommy Cannon, or myself, Jack Yarbrough. United First, equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA. United First, helping people afford life. And as always, go Gators.
Well, we knew it was going to be a barn burner, an exciting game when your number 5 or 6 team, depending on which poll you frequent, which is Coffee, comes in and invades the number 2 team's territory.
Wow.
In fact, the Gators were a 3-point favorite. Look at this. And that just based on home field. Here we go. They're getting cranked up.
Tom Etheridge's big kick seems mighty important right now.
Could be for all the marbles here. 59 seconds left. The spot is the 28-yard line of the Gators. Coffee goes to a gun, trips on the left. We're back playing deep. They have to get to the 11 for a first down. Paul, snap, back to him. Looks, rolls a little to the left. Looks, throws long down the left side. Incomplete. We've stopped him.
He had a receiver over there, but we also had him circled up with defenders.
Triple coverage with Taylor, Sims, and Chapman, who were all over Davis, Cameron Davis, the tight end.
I think they were trying to use their height over there, and our athleticism just won out over height.
Manpower, too. Like Brian said, we had 3 on 2, and that's a great play right there by a wounded Ware County defense. Don't let anybody get behind us. That was good prevent, but we didn't have enough cushion for that tall man to get up in there again.
Speaking of prevent, that's what we run now. We put Bolds back deep in our backfield as we're going to take a knee 3 times here or whatever's needed. Holman at the 28 does that. Whoa. Yeah, they cannot stop the clock. 46, 45, 44. The Coffee faithful beginning to foul out now with the white shirts and everything. They have seen a heck of a ball game.
Man, for sure. Haven't we all, Brian?
And both of these teams have nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, the rumor is that the runner-up in the region might have an easier trek in the state playoffs. I won't get into that, though.
I done heard.
Snap, knee. That might do it, yeah. 20 seconds and counting. A very hard-fought game tonight to start the region play. Dedrick Mills asking the fans to get up as the clock winds down. And the Gators are going to come out of this thing scathed, beat up, hurt, but victorious. Your final score, Ware 24, Coffee 21. 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Gator Football.